Welcome to the lounge, where we challenge accountability. I'm Urban, and we don't do surface talk here. We use emotional intelligence. Thought-provoking, mind in motion, truth be stirring, deep emotion. No filters, no faking. This here, thought-provoking. Every beat a question, every bar a lesson. I turn the mic to a mirror, life's a session. Urban in the mix, soul and intellect blend. We ain't just talk truth, we set trends from Dallas to the world. We break that ceiling, no clout, just facts, that's the real feeling. Thought-provoking, mind in motion, truth be stirring, deep emotion. No filters, no faking. This here, thought-provoking. Trap drums drop, but the message don't fade. Every thought sparks like a hand grenade. Faith, pain, love, and drive all collide, that's how minds revive. All collide, that's how minds revive. Thought-provoking, mind in motion, truth be stirring, deep emotion. No filters, no faking. This here, thought-provoking. Mind open wide like a city skyline. Every topic shaped by design. The urban lounge where ideas ignite. Late night thoughts under podcast lights. Every episode of thought design. The urban lounge where iron sharp iron. We build from the ground like truth rewiring. Can't fake what's felt when the mic's ignited. If you listening now, you already invited. Thought-provoking, mind in motion, truth be stirring, deep emotion. No filters, no faking. This here, thought-provoking.
Warning, the following image and or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Real quick community guidelines before we start the show. Now I want y'all to know that this is a space for respectable, thought-provoking conversations. We encourage intelligent discussions, different viewpoints, and respectable debates. Disagree if you want, but do it with substance and respect. Self-promotion is not allowed. This is not your billboard. Links, spam, and promotions in the comments or in live chat will be blocked immediately. Distasteful trolling, insults, or bad faith behavior will not be entertained. You will be blocked and banned. No warnings, no back and forth. Finally, y'all will notice that the subscriber mode is on. It is only for 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. That way we can protect the integrity of the show and also protect the integrity of people who actually want to comment in the comment section faithfully, all right? We're here to think, challenge ideas, and grow, and not derail the conversation. If you're here in good faith, then I welcome you. Y'all enjoy the show. Salute everybody, salute, salute, salute. Welcome to another episode of the Urban Lounge Podcast. I'm your host, Urban, man. Man. I know my moderator in the building right now, Lionel, I know what he's gonna say, man. He said, God damn, Urban. God damn. This dude went live 3 times in 1 week. This is a record for him this year. But yeah. This is my 3rd time going live to y'all tonight, man. A matter of fact, the reason why we're going live tonight is because I know that y'all had enjoyed the content last night, right, with old Donni. So we're going to run it back because Donni had invited another female guest onto her podcast, all right? And so I want y'all to listen to this conversation. Now, if you thought last night conversation was interesting, wait till you hear tonight conversation, because it is very, very, very interesting. Now, I only looked at least about 5 minutes of the beginning of this, right? And I didn't look at the rest of it because I didn't want to spoil it for myself, nor I didn't want to spoil it from y'all as well too. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this content tonight, y'all. Make sure y'all hit thumbs up to support the channel. That let YouTube know that you want more of this great content. So it's also pretty busy on tonight on the Thursday for YouTube as well too, that I'm noticing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good in the hood, all right? So if some of you won't be able to catch me on the actual live stream, you can always catch me on the replay, all right? So it is no problem with that at all, period. But without further ado, we're going to go and get into this content tonight. Once again, I want to get y'all perspective on this conversation that Donni is going to have with this other female guest, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this content tonight. So in this particular content tonight, I'm asking the question. Why do modern women choose wrong? Okay. Because this conversation kind of steered towards it, all right, about why this particular modern day woman who says that she's an entrepreneur, who says that she's successful, who says that she got 6 figures or whatever stuff, right? Why do they tend to choose the wrong type of man? Why do they do that? And then what's worse about it, gentlemen, is that after when they choose the wrong men, they tend to go back towards the good men. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The type of good man who come over here and watch Urban Lounge podcast, right? Y'all listen to my teaching series where I'm trying to help and better you as a man, where I'm not griffing on you or anything like that. I wholeheartedly want you to be the best version of yourself. So y'all come over here and watch the Urban Lounge podcast. You learn about leadership. You learn a lot of things about yourself that you thought you knew about yourself, but you really, really don't know about yourself. Right? And so I began to share some truth about you. And so when I share all these truths about you, well, what I'm literally doing is that I'm tearing down all these previous strongholds that you had in your life, all these things that you thought you knew or you thought you were aware of, but in reality you really wasn't. And so within all that process, I'm helping you to be a better version of yourself. So with all that being said, you end up becoming this better version of yourself, to only come to find out that now you're running into these modern women. You run into these type of modern women who say that they have went through the process of being changed, and they say that they are boss chicks and all these other different things as well too. But to come to find out that they have been broken. They have been messed up by some of our other brothers who have not heard of the Urban Lounge podcast. Some of our other brothers who are out there doing God knows what to not only women, but children and everything. Just wilding out there doing some crazy bullshit.
That's bullshit.
And so guess what ended up happening, brothers? We end up becoming the sloppy seconds. We end up becoming, instead of a man who could be a husband to them, we end up becoming the therapist to them. We end up becoming their emotional baggage. We end up becoming a father to them that they never had. All kind of weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? And all in all, these type of women want you to accept them as they are. I know, brothers. I know. That's why I tell you this. If your desire is to be in a relationship, if that's your desire, then it's very vital for you to protect yourself. Because yes, these type of women do exist out there. I don't care how good they look. I don't care how successful they are. these type of women exist out there. You need to be aware of it. Not only you need to be aware of it, but you need to be cognitive of the signs to look for in these type of women, which that's what we've been talking about all year over here at the lounge. All right. But without further ado, we're going to get into this content. Donni is interviewing yet another woman who says she's an entrepreneur and all these different things like that. But I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen to her story. And we're going to analyze it. We're going to judge it. We're going to make logical conclusions behind this as well too. All right? So without further ado, let's go and get into this content. Urban, no, did go back to the man with the dirty socks and slide. You know the one. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. They go back to the ones with the dirty socks and slides, man. Without further ado, let's go and get to the content.
Welcome to another episode of The Exit Interview. This is our brand new dating show where we are talking to Atlanta-based entrepreneurs. For now, we will be coming to a city near you and opening this show up. But right now, we want to know, why are there so many qualified yet single people who are busting their butts? And right now, first of all, my girl needs no introduction, but I have Miss Tisia on set with me.
I love you so much, Donni.
I love you so much. No, I'm so happy that you're here. And you just moved here from Chicago.
Like, I'm fresh meat. 30 days.
30 days. Do you feel so far that it was a great move?
You know, this was a God move for me. And the reason why I moved here was that literally God was waking me up out of my sleep. And God was saying, move, move, move. And at the time, I lived in one of these high rises where the Whole Foods was right downstairs. I didn't have to walk anywhere or do anything. It was like the Saks, the Bloomies, everything was like 3 minutes away. And I was like, I'm comfortable. What is this about? And girl, I didn't move. So I just packed up and moved.
Why Atlanta, though?
Atlanta. So ironically, I have a psychology degree, a bachelor's in psychology, and my master's degree. I went to both undergrad and grad school on scholarship. And my master's degree is in radio, television, and film. So I've studied the depiction of African Americans and Black people all across the diaspora with my college dollars since I've been in school. And so I think that for years I thought I wasted my money. And then God does all things well, because I've done radio, television, and my goal here in Atlanta is to scale in media and film. I just know I'm a star, and that's where I belong. So
Ooh, you know you're a star.
I know I'm a star.
I
That's
love
where
me
I
a
belong.
confident woman.
Yeah, you know, it took a while to get there. Even when I was younger, I would ask my mom, like, why don't they ever come to any of my accomplishments? Why don't they ever? And she always said, whoever's supposed to be there is supposed to be there. So I think I had gotten used to people not showing up for me. So it's been kind of hard to claim this spot. So many of my friends are like, girl, do you know who you are? Like, people in the airport are going to recognize you. And I think it's been very hard for me to claim all the work that I've done. Like, I've never sponsored a post. I've never bought a follower. I've never run an ad yet. I'm about to start running them ads, but I built everything by myself. So I'm ready to claim my spot. And now I'm like, y'all know what it is. Yo, Atlanta, don't play on
Don't
play with me.
in her face. But we're about to get into the dating side.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know who she is neither until I looked at this episode. to be quite honest, but let's continue. Let's see why she's single.
Sia.
That's my hot spot.
That is your hot spot.
Yeah.
That's your lane. Tell me about the last relationship that you had to make an exit from.
It's the reason why I create content to this day. The last guy that I dated changed the trajectory of my life. He was the reason how I got all of the inside gems of what I speak about today. It is the craziest thing. This person is the reason why I warn women, I help women. I give them not just like, if a man not paying this, then you shouldn't. I'm talking about, let me put you up on game of how these men be scheming and manipulating you and mentally controlling you. And I always say, if you're a slow girl, meaning you just you it'll go over your head. Next thing you know, you doing a 2 to 5 year bid with somebody that you know that you shouldn't have been with. But the last guy, he actually lived in Germany. I was boo the fool, Donnie. Let me tell you about this man. This man lived in Germany. I met him off a dating app in DC. And when I met him, he told me that he lived in DC, but he goes back and forth to Germany. That Negro was more back than forth. I spent years going back and forth to Germany. And I wasn't even nowhere near what I did not have it like that to be. But I would go back and forth to Frankfurt, Germany for this man to embarrass me every single trip.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Every single trip this man embarrassed me.
Were you paying for your flight back and forth?
I was paying for my flight. I was buying stuff for his daughter. I was using DHL to send him and his daughter packages. It cost me more to ship the package, Donnie, than was in the actual box.
Okay.
I wanted to give him all of his snacks that he couldn't get since he wasn't in the U.S. anymore. His daughter was biracial, so I was sending all of the black hair products
that he couldn't get.
He couldn't get. I was sending her Halloween stuff, and this man was embarrassing me every single time.
You said you did this.
Okay. I want to know what he's doing, what he was doing to embarrass you every single time. That's what I want to know. And I'm also curious about this too. She, how the way she's talking, right? She's talking as though as now she's a relationship coach towards women. So I'm kind of curious about what type of content is she sharing with her followers that's going to help her followers, be the better version of themselves. But let's continue.
For years.
Like 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we say that he was embarrassing you, what was he doing?
So I would send him stuff. I'd be like, baby, I sent, such and such her little Halloween stuff. And he would go through, we would FaceTime and he would go through it. And he would be like, this is the best thing you bought.
What?
He would be like, yeah, this is the best thing out the bag. And the whole time, it was so many other great things in there, but the stuff that he picked out was like a Dollar Tree trick-or-treat bag that I bought. But the costumes that I bought her and all of these things, he was like, yeah, this is the best thing that you bought. He was, I know people use narcissism, but this is literally what changed my life. This man was so dark on the inside. And I think people don't talk about that enough. It's 2 ways to attract a narcissist. One, that you just vibrating low. You have low self-esteem. You're a people pleaser. And you attract people that are feeding off the darkness. But people don't talk about the women that have a lot of light, that attract narcissists, that want that space. Nobody talks about that side. And this man was a dark vampire.
So, hold on, before she started getting into the energy vampire rant. So, I'm still confused. What was it that he did that was just so vile and so evil and so narcissistic? Because I'm not understanding that. So she gives the example that she purchased a gift for his daughter, right? She purchases a gift, sent it out to him, and he's going through there looking at the gift. So is it because he didn't react to receiving the gift the way that she wanted him to react to? That's the reason why she calling him dark and narcissist and different things like that, because that's how the way it sounds like to me. Because that's how it sounds like to me. It sounds like that she wanted him to react a certain type of way. Oh my God, babe, thank you so much. You're the best. If that be the case, then who's really the narcissist in this situation? Where you literally getting upset because a person's not reacting the way that you want them to react. But let's continue. Let's hear her out talking about energy vampires, all right?
Was just draining all of my light. And I did it over and over and over again like a fool.
How do you end up in that place, though, where you're doing that?
Daddy issues, abandonment issues, somebody positioning themselves as when he was in Europe, so it was just like, we have the best style. You American.
Wait a minute, she said that she had daddy issues and stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna run that back.
You attract people that are looking, feeding off the darkness, but people don't talk about the women that have a lot of light that attract narcissists that want that space. Nobody talks about that side. And this man was a dark vampire that was just draining all of my light. And I did it over and over and over again like a fool.
How do you end up in that place though where you're doing that?
Daddy issues, abandonment issues.
Okay.
Somebody positioning themselves.
Now keep in mind, she was asked, how did she get into this mindset? And immediately she went into this factory default of blaming men. She didn't blame her parents, which is her mom and her dad, or whoever's her guardian is. She blamed her father. It got to be my daddy's fault because I'm dealing with these old narcissistic energy vampire dudes. It got to be his fault. But let's figure out the reason why, because I'm pretty sure she's not going to tell us.
It's like so, like, you know, he was in Europe, so it was just like, we have the best style. You Americans can't dress. He was American, but it was just like he positioned himself as just to such like prestige. I just wanted to please him and like get his approval. So I was monkey see, monkey do. I was literally like, girl, being puppeteered by this person because I just wanted him to be like, you know, one time he came to my apartment. It was his first time over there. And I was on the 14th floor of a 15-story building. I had the best view in town. I had bought these Italian leather couches. I had a bar. I was so proud. This man, mind you, he was 6'10". This man walked into my apartment and was like, why did you move in here? You didn't find any other? I don't care what nobody say. This was like prime real estate. Like anybody would want to live there if you was like a apartment girly. He was like, what made you live in here? Did you look at any other spots? He demeaned and broke down every single thing that I was proud of. That's how I ended up in it. It started off as like, and then he put the bait. And then when he pulled back, I came to chase him. I was like, wait a minute. What about me? And he literally, he planted the seed and he was good. Yeah.
He was good. So you were obviously a very different version of yourself at that time. How long ago was this?
What is this? This is maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
That it was done.
Yeah. So when I say I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know, people think it's just a saying. And it's like, no, I lived it. I've been with a man who had a whole baby on me and I was babysitting the kid. My mother and I were both changing the kid diaper.
What?
I've been with a man who was cheating, lying, had other women at his house, and I drove over there and slept outside the house until the girl came out.
What?
Girl, what?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. I
What
went
the
over
heck?
there.
Whoa, wait a minute. Sweetheart, you got a lot going on right now. So first of all, you met with a man in Germany, right? And I'm trying to see in this situation, I'm really trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because we already dealt with the chaos last night with the other girl, all right? So I'm trying to give this one the benefit of the doubt, which is so hard. It is so hard. So she met this dude who's from Germany, and based on how the way she's describing this dude, it seemed like the dude more so has a certain disdain about Americans. Period. I don't think it's just her, but it sounds like he have a certain type of disdain for Americans, period. Because Germany culture versus America culture is two totally different worldviews. Okay? So what she deemed as great and prestige and this is a wonderful thing that I'm doing, he may see it as average as best at his country. So that type of behavior, in a way, it can be understandable. It could be interpreted as being narcissistic. It could be interpreted as being controlling, even as well too. Granted. But here's the big part of that particular situation. That situation is that instead of her recognizing the signs, instead of her vetting the dude out, right then and there, he's literally showing you his cards. Instead of you doing that and say, you know what, we're not compatible. We got two totally different worldviews. I don't agree with it. I think you're low-key demeaning me because not only I'm a woman, but I'm an American woman. This is just not going to work out. Instead of doing that and exit out and leaving, guess what she decides to do? She felt that she needed to prove herself to this dude. Normally when people do that, that's when they resort to trying to change a person, trying to groom them into the way that they want them to be. But it never works. It never works. Never works. Now this other part where she talking about she slept on the street because of a dude, this crazy as hell. But we're gonna run that back, y'all.
Good.
He was good. So you were obviously a very different version of yourself
Yes.
at that time. How long ago was this?
This was, what is this? This is maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
That it was done.
Yeah. So when I say I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know, people think it's just a saying. And it's like, no, I lived it. I've been with a man who had a whole baby on me, and I was babysitting the kid. My mother and I were both changing the kid diaper. I've been with a man who was cheating, lying, had other women at his house, and I drove over there and slept outside the house until the girl came out.
Girl, what?
Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes. I went over there. He wouldn't answer the phone. I was coming in from like Dallas. And I was like, hey, baby, I'm going to come over there. And he was like, the last.
Man, say, Lionel, she making all our cities looking bad. She making Dallas look bad. She making Atlanta looking bad. She making DC looking bad. Like, God damn.
Time we were together, we kind of got into a rift. I just need some space. I was like, space, please. Drove over there. And I called my mom on the way there, and I said,
fuck she laughing
hey,
at,
I'm
by the
going to
way?
go over there. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? And I said, I just want to see if there's another car out there. At the time, he was driving a Maserati, and he also had like a kind of burner car. So he only had a 2-car garage. I said, Ma, if there is a car in his driveway, I know that there's somebody over there. And lo and behold,
There was a car.
it was a Benz truck in the driveway. And I said, okay, bet, it's only one way out of here. Snow back. All of y'all got to come out. I parked. I rang the doorbell. My mama said, don't go to jail. You got a good job. I was in education at the time. I was in the C-suite. She said, don't go to jail. Just walk away. I didn't. I had a blanket, and I laid out there. Blocked the driveway, and I laid out there. And I just wanted to see and she came out with her Starbucks cup and her overnight bag, and they just walked out the house.
And she knew you were outside.
I just drove off. Yeah. Then, so crazy, I saw that she had blonde hair. So I go through his followers. And the first girl, the men are so stupid, Donnie. The first girl that had just started following him was the blonde hair chick. And I wrote her, and I was like, we got to talk. And she was like, were you the woman that was outside? And I was like, yeah, I'll call your phone block. Give me your number. Or I said, I'll give you my number. You can call it block so I don't have your number. But we got to talk. She said, I ain't going nowhere, so what's up? Oh. Yeah, she was one of those. But yeah, I was.
I'm not after the Germany guy?
No, this was like right before the Germany guy. I had a whole bunch of issues. That's why when people be like, you ain't got no man, you ain't married, what makes you qualified? It's nobody more qualified to talk about this shit than me, Donnie. Like, I've been the girl that was lied to, cheated on, run around. I literally don't understand why people don't quantify life experience as credentialed person to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's not that. It is not that. Now, I believe this. I also believe that your anecdotal can be your story that you can share with people. I believe in that because I do it. But here's the difference between what I do and what other people do. What I do is that I share my anecdotal stories so I can protect my fellow brothers, so I can literally show them, like, hey, this is the choices and decisions that I have made, right? And then while I'm sharing my story with them, I'm holding myself accountable for all the choices and decisions that I have made. I'm not just blaming the other party for the whole situation that goes down. I'm not woman bashing them or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I share what they did to me, of course, but at the end of the day, it circles all the way back around to me. So I hold myself accountable for the choices and decisions that I have made. And then from there, I formulate and I build something that's obtainable for my fellow brothers so they can learn about it. So they can make better choices and decisions than what I did. But what other people do is that they take their anecdotals and stuff, right? And they grift people off of it. Instead of trying to help people navigate so they won't be making these same crazy choices and decisions, they grift off of them, talking about the other party, saying that everything is the other party's fault instead of holding their own self accountable because you was there too. You was there too. Now, I know there are exceptions to the rule. I know that there are certain situations where you can't hold yourself accountable. You have to hold that person accountable depending on the situation. I get that. I understand that part. But for the tangible things that you know you can control, which is dealing with yourself, yeah, you got to hold yourself accountable. But I noticed that a lot of people don't do that. They pull and drag people into their chaos. So a matter of fact, y'all think I'm lying about this, right? Preferably with her, right? Y'all think I'm lying about this? Because I went in and checked her out. I went in and checked her social out just to spark my curiosity about what type of messages that she's sharing with her audience that can help them to navigate. You know what I'm saying? And guess what I found? Here's the content that I found on her that she's sharing with her audience. Does listen to this and tell me if she's holding herself accountable or not.
Reasons why you are single and miserable. You are doing single all wrong. Number one, you should be dating multiple men. You need to be dating 2 to 3 men baseline, okay? Let me tell you why. POV, you were in a relationship with a guy for 3 years. It didn't work out. It took you 2 years to get over that relationship. When you hit the streets now, baby, you're 5 years in a deficit, okay? You don't even know what you like. You don't even know what's outside. You need to know what you like. They young, they old, they tall, they short. Try your hand at it, baby. You need to go outside. You need to date to learn what you like. The second reason why you need to date multiple men is because it takes the emotional offload off of one particular person, baby. You out here stuck on Kevin. Kevin is a 4. He's doing a whole bunch of nothing. Boom. But you stuck. Women's biggest downfall is not being able to control their emotions. If you're having a problem controlling your emotions, read Joyce Meyer's Living Beyond. Your feelings is basically how to control your emotions so your emotions don't control you.
So the very first thing she's talking about is teaching women that you need to be for the streets and date multiple men.
She belongs to the streets.
That's what you're teaching men. I mean, that's what you're teaching your fellow sisterhood. You're not teaching them about accountability. You're not teaching them about solutions. You're not helping them navigate through this treacherous dating market. But you're telling them to go and date multiple men. Now, keep in mind. She's telling women to date multiple men, knowing good and down well that some of our brothers out there are predatory. So she's literally teaching women to endanger themselves. Well, it get worse. It get worse. Keep listening.
Additionally, you're dating in a deficit, you're dating in deprivation, and you're dating in depression. Okay, y'all? Oh my God, I'm so tired of the apps. Ain't no quality men out here. Da, da, da. That's exactly what you're going to attract, baby. When I step out the house, I feel like I smell good, I look good. Okay, and my mentality is that there are an abundance of quality people, quality men outside. Okay, and look, hotline blinging. Okay, that is how you have to step outside. So enjoy yourself, have a good time, enjoy the summer, be outside, and enjoy your life. And that is exactly what you will attract. Okay, love you. Bye. My friend and I have this thing that we call Uno reverse. And Uno reverse is what you use when a man was being so consistent up front. He was calling, he was texting, he was planning dates, he was being intentional. You didn't gave it up, and y'all been rolling around a little bit, and then all of a sudden he switch up on you. He ain't calling, he ain't texting, he drowned the phone. You ain't really heard from him like that. And the whole time you sick about it because you really kind of like him. You're gonna Uno reverse on his ass. I only like you as much as you like me. I'm on what you own, and now I'm gonna subtract a little bit.
So in this clip, she's teaching women how to be manipulative. If you're not getting the outcome that you're looking for, ladies, just pull the Uno reverse card on them. Just pull the manipulative card on them. That will work. Once again, they don't have nothing to do with no accountability. It don't have nothing to do with no solutions or anything like that. Keep in mind, she says that she's a coach, a dating coach. And this is the information that she's given to her fellow sisterhood. Let's keep listening.
If you send me good morning, it's morning. If you take 2 hours to respond to me, I'm going to take 3 hours to respond to you. All of a sudden, you want to come over and chill. Ooh, I think I ran out. I think it's out of stock. Lock it down. And then you have to be okay with things fading out, because every time that you're like, babe, what happened? You used to do this. Men don't understand complaining. They understand energy, okay? You're drawing on a man that's trying to Uno out on you. Keep your dignity.
Before we get to this next clip, we're going to get back to the mainstream of the hour. But I'm just trying to prove a point to y'all. I'm trying to prove this point. To y'all that she's saying that she's a dating coach. That she's coaching women to navigate in this dating market. She said that she's allegedly healed and everything, but according to what she's talking about, it don't necessarily look like that she's been healed or anything, all right? But let's continue, y'all.
When everything I preach about specifically in my niche in dating, I have been through it. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. I lived it. I was a foolish girl. I was manipulated by men. I was emotionally abused. I was that girl. I had a whole bunch of unhealed trauma. I was crazy. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I've been her. So I feel like, let me tell the world what I know so that girls at least be saved from a quick 1-2.
Have you ever been treated well in a relationship?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have. Look at me cheesing.
Ooh.
I have been treated very well. And I think that
And I bet when she starts talking about being treated well, it's going to deal with something about gifts of affirmation. Because that's normally what they resort to. See, treating well in their book is that as long as you're doing things that they enjoy and like, then that's a healthy relationship. But that is not a healthy relationship. Not a healthy relationship. But let's hear her out.
that is why I feel like I'm almost like a case study. It's like, girl, I've been from accepting the bare minimum and a man just giving me a little cookie and I really thought it was something to me getting like the utmost like adoration, obsession treatment. And the only difference was myself. When I was confused and insecure, I attracted a whole lineup of just interesting characters. The moment that I got myself together, my whole dating life changed.
So you believe in healthy love today?
Yes, I can't wait. I feel like I'm getting very, very warm.
You feel?
Yes.
You just moved to Atlanta, and the word in the streets is that Atlanta is not the place to be when you are single. Now, I don't necessarily subscribe to that.
Before Danny get into this whole rhetoric about, Atlanta is where it's at, you know what I'm saying? I noticed something about Danny. I noticed this. Tonight, she's not really challenging Tisia. She's not really challenging her yet like she did with old girl last night. Because old girl last night, she was challenging the hell out of her. But tonight, it seemed like she's more reserved with Tisia. Wonder why is that so? Very interesting.
Mindset. But what has been your experience so far? You've been to Atlanta so many times.
Yeah.
What do you think?
People told me don't move here. The food is bad. Don't move here. They're overpopulated. Don't move here because the men are trash. I'm going to get hey boo text. I just got my first hey boo text yesterday, but I'm going to get hair. I will come out of the desert with a fur coat. I don't give a what y'all talking about. Y'all not going to trick me out of my spot and my purpose. I will make something so deserted and make it bountiful. So I don't let people tell me about it's going to be cool. Guess who about to get married? Me. Baby, he could be in the airport. He may not even live here. I don't know. But I don't let people trick me out of my spot like that. Everybody think, it's so oversaturated. I don't subscribe to any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff.
I'm with you. Like, I don't subscribe to that narrative. People talk about there's pee in the dating pool, and there's pee in y'all's dating pool.
Hello? Hello?
My waters are clear.
No, seriously.
What the what? So she honestly believed that her water is clear. Oh, okay. If that be the case, if that is true, then why she's not married? If that be the case, why the host Donni, why she's not married? She's single too. Because last night she let us know that she's a single woman who makes 7 figures. A single woman who makes 7 figures, and she hate when men tell her what she's bringing to the table. That's what she said last night. So if the dating pool is clear, it ain't no piss in your dating pool, then why y'all don't have the outcome? Why you don't have the results? Why you're not married? Why did you, for her teacher, why you had to come to a whole nother state to try to find your husband? For us, Donni, why you're not married? Why you in your state? It look like it's yellow as hell to me. I'm just saying. Because y'all don't got the outcomes to prove it.
Seriously, and just because it don't work out per se, doesn't mean that it was a dirty pool.
It wasn't.
Like, I had a good time.
What?
This man taught me a lot. He invested in me. He made me more patient, made me more confident in myself. He believed in more of me than I believed in. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
If it don't work out, I still feel like that was a good person to know. So
Yeah.
Now we enter into this bird ideology now, where they literally know good and well that this piss pool is piss dirty with poop and bullshit in there.
That's bullshit.
But they try to justify it. Oh no, it's not that dirty. You know, it may be a little crinkle of a boo-boo pellet there now and then, but you know, it's cool. We could still manage it. That's this bird ideology. Instead of acknowledging the truth. Y'all dating pool is just as shitty as everybody else because y'all don't have the outcome yet, because you're not married, happily married, successfully married. Because that be the case, you wouldn't even have to want to do a show, doing an exit interview show with single people.
I think perspective change can change a lot.
So you're a full-time entrepreneur now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're building your business. You're pretty successful. I know that you're sought after. Congratulations on more than 1 million followers at this point.
Thank you.
I know that was a journey.
Girl,
that you
I trucked up that hill.
Yes. But when you have that kind of visibility, are you finding that it is more challenging to date
got a million
quality
subscribers
men
on
than
IG, by the way.
before you were as visible and as successful?
Yeah, and I also think my name is unique, so I'm always curious about if they're gonna look me up. Mm-hmm. However, I feel as though the right person will know that I'm just telling you the same things, these women the same things that we're gonna tell our daughter when she gets older. I feel like that the right person got to come to the front. So it is a little disheartening because I don't really feel like I get the opportunity. People don't really get the opportunity to see who I am and know me. People think that it's just like so strict and I'm rat-a-ta-ta. And I'm just like, this is for the women that are in danger.
Yeah.
This is why you get that type of, I'm very passionate about, hey sis, no ma'am, don't do.
You know what? I would never recommend my daughters to come and get any type of dating advice for any one of these women. I'm just being dead serious with you. I'm being dead honest with you. Because if they were to listen to them and convert to their ideology and stuff, right, my daughters would be single as hell too. Not only they'll be single as hell, they end up becoming a damn bird and stuff too. And that'd be very disheartening as a father. Because like I showed y'all, what evidence is she showing that she's literally helping women to navigate? Any type of evidence. What are you doing to help women to navigate through this dating market? Because we just like I say, I get it. Because I've been out in the dating market. I know the dating market can be treacherous. I know that. But however, if you're not helping your fellow sisters to navigate this thing, then what the hell are you here for? The only logical explanation that I could think of is just to grift people off of money so they could buy your product, buy your book. Or do where, you two call this evergreen content, all right? And basically what evergreen content is that you present a problem to a people. You present a problem, and then within the problem, you give some type of reasonable solution to how the way you could fix the problem. This is what a lot of grifting content creators do. Many of them create this evergreen type of content where instead of them trying to help you navigate out of the problem, they circle you into the problem or deeper into the problem. And yes, this happened everywhere, including in red pill spaces too. They do the same as that thing. Sure do. But let's continue. Those of y'all who are tuning in, we are reacting to Miss Donni, and she has another episode of the Exit interview, and we're reacting to Tisia Saffold. Tisia Saffold is a content creator. She's on YouTube and also she's on IG as well too. She is a self-proclaimed dating coach that she's supposed to be helping modern women date, pretty much, and to look out for certain type of men. But so far, I haven't seen the evidence of her being a successful dating coach. But let's continue. And yes, by the way, she is single. All right? So let's continue.
Do it. And I don't think that men see me as that until they date me. And they're like, you're so girly. And I'm like, what did you think I was, a pit bull? Like they're like, oh, you're submissive. You know how to listen. You don't overstep. You're not listening to respond. Like, you know how to just hold your emotions until it's time to really talk about that. And they're just like, I'm pleasantly surprised. So yeah, it is like a catch-22.
Do you feel more pressure to show a softer side of you?
With men?
Well, period, just in public, because I get that exact same response.
Wait a minute. What you mean with men? Yes, with men. Why would you be soft towards women? The fuck?
Oh, you're so strong and so masculine, and I'm the furthest from masculine. I present as a businesswoman. In business, I am a businesswoman, but with my homegirls, with my family, with the guy, like, I'm just a little baby that wants to be held on the sofa.
Yeah.
Why she can't be a soft businesswoman? This is why she's single.
And at times, like, I've heard this so long that at times it can start to play a trick on you in your head. Like, well, maybe I should be a little bit more feminine. But if I were any more feminine, they wouldn't be able to handle it, Zell. I mean, they just wouldn't be able to handle it. It would like, I'm already like, it's like masculine. But then when you're feminine, it's too flirty and it's too this and it's too that. I don't know that I could be more feminine presenting in my business world and still be respected in business. Do you ever feel like the pressure of, let me just try to show a softer side so that men who might be attracted to me know that there is a softer side?
You want to know what I actually feel more pressure than what you just mentioned is to actually start including men in my narrative and my content. A lot of people feel like my quest to mother hen and protect and just like go to war for women actually comes at the deficit of men. And so I feel like more of the pressure is not even that, but just like men saying like, feeling like I'm just like man bashing, like, and what about us? And not all men are like that. I feel more pressure to have more of a rounded perspective on men or showcase that. For example, I met a man last May, and met him in an airport. He was going to Puerto Rico and I was going to LA. And so the next time he planned a day, he came into DC, and the next time I saw him, his birthday had just passed. So I brought him a present to the date. People are like, why you don't talk about that? You out here saying a woman shouldn't do this, a woman shouldn't do that. Why you not saying that you out here buying a gift for, and I'm like, I do talk about that in my community and in my safe space. But people put so much pressure on me, Donnie, to make it equitable for both men and women.
No. See, she already gave her bullshit away, all right? Because once again, I already showed you some of her evergreen content, all right? And yes, I went through her IG. 99% of her content is dealing with her talking about men, all right? But here's the difference. The only time when men respond to content like this is when they put themselves out here like this. Because at the end of the day, when you are dealing with actual men who's about their purpose, about life and stuff, they really don't give a damn about what the hell y'all got to say about them. Let us make that abundantly clear. They really don't. The only ones who say stuff about that is the ones who have been through relationships, who have been traumatized, who have been hurt, and they have not been fully healed yet from their trauma that they dealt in relationships. So instead of them going through healing process the right, they look for an outlet. Unfortunately, they end up coming into, some of these outlets dealing with this neo red pill and neo manosphere content, where instead of them learning from one another, healing and moving forward so it could be about their purpose, right? They resort to jumping into this feminism content. They jump into, talking about modern women, talking about birds and blah, 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 and all the stuff they're laughing and all the stuff, you know what I mean? And they stay in that. And this is what I call the red pill rage, okay? They be consumed in that red pill rage, need to be freed. So once again, this is the reason why I am around, to where I recognize that my fellow brothers are trapped in that red pill rage and they need to get out of it. Some of these dudes been in that red pill rage for years, been programming everything. And so they need to get out of that. But once again, that's the difference between me and what I do versus, content creators like her and what she do. Is that she want people to stay in whatever type of rage that they got going on with men. And she talk about it. I got more clips with her when I'm talking crazy, giving women crazy advices. But I'm going to share with y'all a little bit. But let's continue. But shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the thumbs up to support the channel. All right? Let's continue.
One of my mentors once told me, he said, if you throw a bag of M&Ms in the air, I guarantee you won't catch all of them. I can't, please everybody. Mm-hmm. So that is actually what I feel more. I don't feel more pressure to be feminine. I don't feel more pressure to prove to me. I feel more pressure to make this conversation inclusive. And it's like, I'm becoming more comfortable with I'm from the girls, rain, hail, sleet, or snow. If you don't like it, that's why my analytics are 98% women. It's somebody out here for everybody. That's what I felt more pressure of. Say, well, why can't you say all men? All men are not like that. Well, what about the men that are? Mm-hmm. What about the men that I had sex with on the first day and now we're married? Well, congratulations. But the other women are not having sex with a man on the first date and getting married. They're getting ghosted. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to talk to them. Mm-hmm. Period.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see what I'm saying?
And as it relates to you and dating, when you're thinking about the man, are you ready for marriage? Do you think that, yes. You said that you're going to attract your husband and end up married, but is that something that you're looking for right now?
Yes. I think that I'm going to, this is the best version of me I'm just excited for him. He's just gonna be like, yes, girl, yes. Thank you to all the men that messed up, the ones that crafted out this version of you that you get, the work that you've done, your spiritual connection that you have, the way that you've just really grown and evolved. Like, I'm really excited for my husband because he gonna be like, I hit the jackpot. I'm like, I know.
I know.
Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. Did y'all hear what she said? She said that she's happy for the man who crafted her to be the version that she is right now. Do y'all not see a problem with that? So even after her no longer being associated with these said men that she was talking about, right? They still had an impact on her life where they still grooming her. That is not good. That's not good at all. See, the true self-work happens when you enter into realization, which is this part of my ARDDL model. You have to come into realization about yourself. You have to come into realization about all the bullshit that normally you'd put up with, but all the bullshit that you had attained. You have to come into the realization that all the stuff that you had obtained and learned and you did the stuff right, you need to unlearn all that in order for you to move forward. Because as long as you keep holding on to that past information that brought you that trauma, then you're never going to evolve into the person that you're supposed to be. Hence, you'll go back to saying what she's saying. Yeah, these men, they did this and they crafted me to be the person I'm in right now. Damn, it's almost as though you giving credit to the abusers. Hey, abusers, thank you so much for making me be the woman down there right now. So now when I get into a marriage, I could be the psychotic, chaotic woman to this husband. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. And now the husband, he like, God damn, what the hell did I sign up for? And typically, just like I stated earlier, typically it be the men who listen to Urban or listen to people like me, right? Who listen to me, who did the self-work, and they became a better version of themselves, and to lo and behold, end up getting the piss pool of these type of women coming to their life, sitting up here being chameleons, pretending that they all healed, pretending that they all sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost, pretending that they are boss chick and about the business, pretending that they care about you, but in reality, they're transactional. They haven't did no type of self-work whatsoever. And it becomes a tragedy. And once again, Danny, she not really challenging her on this at all, period. She does, girl, I agree. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I've been working hard.
I've been working hard on it.
Lucky you. But no, I'm so ready for marriage. And I think that it's coming.
What does he look like? What does the husband for you look like?
A simp.
Overarching.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
He is a man of faith and a man that practices faith and practices his faith, and I can see like the glory of God on him. And I always talk about that first because I've become very fine-tuned with with who I actually want. So this is not a man who does not go to church.
Okay, so he goes to church.
He goes to church. He's just a servant of life. I'm very big, and people don't know this, but I went to school on a community service scholarship. I love philanthropy. I love giving back. I feel like I'm a change agent. I'm a community builder. Mm-hmm. So I need you to have a nonprofit. I need you to be giving back to the young boys in the hood. I need you to be talking a mentorship program for other. Like, I love somebody that we pass away today, you've made an impact on life. So that's why it's important to me that you're actually in the church doing service, and service is a part of your everyday life.
What if he meets you or you meet him?
Be quiet, Danny, because we got to address this one. All right. Gentlemen, whenever you heard a woman say that they saying anything of these lines, talking about that they looking for a man of God, they looking for a man of faith, they looking for a man in the cloth, any of them type of terminologies, right? I'm looking for a man in the church. Any of them terminologies, right? This is what they really are telling you that they need.
Wow, you didn't really have to do all that. That was so kind of you. So I have this special song just for you. Here we go. I just wanna be a beta male for life. I know I'm trying to eliminate that shorty's strife. Everything just feels so right. I am never gonna stop simping at all.
And here's the reason why, gentlemen. Here's the reason why. See, their ideology or looking for these type of men of God is what she said. She used the key word of servitude. And then following using that keyword servitude, guess what she starts saying? I need him to do this. I need him to do that. I need him to be this. I need him to be a part of this. I need him to be a part of that. I. Not something that's built into his purpose, his being of who he is. I. Servitude. What does that mean? Beta. It means straight up beta.
Beta!
They want a man where you get them into the church, they be under a pastor and overseer. And I already told y'all this over and over again about the modern day condition of the church, where in the modern day condition of these churches, they be grooming men to be beta males. They groom men to be beta males. They groom men to be blue pill beta males. So that's why these type of women are looking for these type of men. These type of men where they can constantly manipulate them and control them. If they can't manipulate them with their body, they're going to manipulate them with the word of God, or they're going to manipulate them through the pastor. That's why she's saying that. So once again, gentlemen, don't fall for that trap. Don't fall for it. Because in reality, they're not truly looking for a true man of God. Because if they're looking for a true man of God, a man who's about his business, about his purpose, then they'll be seeking for a man that Solomon was talking about in the book of Proverbs. But they never say nothing about that. Have y'all ever noticed that they never say that they looking for a man who is described in the book of Proverbs? Y'all notice they never say that? But they'll say that I'm looking for a Jesus man. Yeah, Jesus type of man. Bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Him, and he has the potential to do those things. He has a desire to. He's not doing those things just yet, though.
Gertrude, what's up?
I think that as a woman, there are some things that it's my job to do on this earth. And so there's some things I'm not going to concede on, but it's some things it's like, that is why God created me. Like, I'm going to incubate, I'm going to multiply. And so I'm your blind spot, I'm your peripheral. I have the ability to amplify all of those things. So I'm willing to work with somebody who just like don't quite have it where I want it to, but it's like, I'm your inspiration. Like, look at me. Don't you want to be the best? Don't you want to be the best version of yourself? Like,
now keep in mind, earlier, she was talking about the dude from Germany was this narcissistic person. But to me, it seemed like she's the narcissistic person. Don't you want to be like me? Don't you want to emulate me? Why in the hell would a man want to emulate a woman? My bad. Because they want a beta.
Beta!
Sorry. They want a beta. They want this soft guy. My bad.
that is what
They want him to be in touch with his feminine side. Gotcha.
I feel like a wife should be. Mm-hmm. That's what a wife should be.
Okay. The areas that you're not willing to concede on, though, what are some of those things?
Let's hear your deal breakers.
Somebody who, again, just has no religious affiliation. That's I will never. Somebody
reason,
who,
just like I told you.
I know this sounds crazy. It may not seem big to some people, but just somebody who is not really a determined go-getter. You don't have to quite have it now. You have to have something. But I'm talking, like, I am thoroughly attracted to somebody who's looking at turning 0 into 100.
Yeah.
I need that type of drive. It makes me horny, Donnie. Like, I need that.
Ooh.
I need that in a person. So somebody that just has a quest for life. I think that's somebody that lacks empathy, patience, and kindness.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So here's another thing too that I found very interesting with these type of modern women in this mindset, right? They talk about this all the time, that they don't want men to subject themselves as the sexual being. They don't want to be looked at towards, sexually and all this stuff there. They want to be looked towards, their character and the things they have to offer and stuff, right, for as their mind and stuff, right? But however, she just said a few moments ago that she wanted this man to be this certain type of way, and for him to be this certain type of way, what does it do to her? She didn't say nothing about her mind. She didn't say nothing about her spirit. She said things about her body. It makes me horny when you be this way. Associating her body with, if you do these things, then I will give you my body. If you do not do these things, then you will not have access to my body. A matter of fact, on last night's episode, we was talking about this because the same girl said the same thing, including Danny. They said the same bullshit last night. To where they talking about, we're looking for a man who have to have ambition, and he have to have drive. He have to want to be a millionaire. He have to have the goal to want to be a millionaire. I'm like, well, what if he don't want to be a millionaire? What if he's happy being a blue collar worker? What if he's happy being a white collar worker? A matter of fact, what if that is his life purpose? That is his mission, for him to be either a blue collar or a white collar worker. Would you accept that? Where he's happy that he making no more than 50 to 60,000 a year, and he don't want to make no more than that. Will you be happy with that? And guess what they said last night? They said bullshit.
That's bullshit.
He don't got no drive, no ambition whatsoever. But I had proved that to y'all last night. The reason why they be thinking like that, why they have this ideology, because at the end of the day, they pretend to be boss chicks. They pretend that they got all this money, right? But at the end of the day, gentlemen, it boils down to what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. So that's where it boils down to. They want your resources, so they don't have to do absolutely nothing. They want a weird transactional relationship from you without reciprocating. Then if they decide to reciprocate, they'll reciprocate not with their resources, but they'll reciprocate with their bodies whenever they feel like it. Make sure y'all hit thumbs up to support the channel, all right? So let's continue.
My goodness.
That's one
Who are you when nobody's looking?
Mm-hmm.
I love generosity, and generosity is not just financially. It's like, are you the cool uncle of your nieces and nephews? Are you did somebody make you a godfather?
Mm-hmm.
Are you somebody who values family? Like, that is actually generosity.
Mm-hmm.
That's generosity. Like, you are spending your time with your family, somebody that has a network of some sort, because people don't realize that. As somebody who lost both of my parents and I only have one sibling, I would just love to have somebody who is connected in some kind of way, because I'm going to inherit your tribe, and I'm also going to inherit all of your habits and everything that you do, your money habits, your daily habits, your fitness habits, your eating habits, all of that. So I just want that kind of range. I feel like once you kind of got those things, we could build the rest. We can do the rest.
What the hell? Then she talking about we can build the rest. Like, what the hell? And see, I had said this before also too, and women who have viewed my content, they got offended on this. But I'm gonna say it again. Women are groomers, and women, especially modern women, they are groomers, and they also have predatory behaviors. Absolutely, y'all do. When you use the words talking about we could work on that and different things like that, instead of accepting that man for who he is. But here's the crazy part about this, gentleman, is that they want you to accept them for how the way they are, but they want to groom you into how the way they want you to be. But the moment when you start having boundaries, the moment when you start saying, nah, I don't want this. Or furthermore, like the Germany dude, right? When he start being assertive, they take him being assertive as being what? Their favorite word, narcissist. Controlling. He's emotionally damaging me. But however, it's okay for them to do that to the man. But it's not okay for the man to do the same exact thing to them. Make it make sense.
About the way he looks. Somebody's looking at this right now and they say, Tisia might be my girl. She's talking very, very high level. She's got her mind right. You haven't mentioned money yet. It wasn't the first thing that came out of your mouth anyway. What does he look like?
If you lined up all of my exes, the only thing that was consistent is that they were very, very smart men. I'm talking about leader of the pack, like a renegade, were doing stuff before people were ever doing it. Like that type of, like a rule breaker. That is the only thing. I don't have height requirements. I don't need a 6-pack. I don't care about bald, whatever the case may be. I like.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit. And also, hey, Lionel, let me ask you this question, bro. When you was listening to her a few months ago, what type of archetype of man was she talking about? Well, was she talking about a beta male, a alpha male, or a sigma male? In that particular moment, what she was talking about? I'm gonna see if you're gonna guess right. But let's continue. Matter of fact, I'll rewind it back. So you can hear it.
Like a renegade, were doing stuff before people were ever doing it. Like that type of, like a rule breaker. That
Somebody's looking at this right now and they say, Tisia might be my girl. She's talking very, very high level. She's got her mind right. You haven't mentioned money yet. It wasn't the first thing that came out of your mouth anyway. What does he look like?
If you lined up all of my exes, the only thing that was consistent is that they were very, very smart men. I'm talking about leader of the pack, like a renegade, were doing stuff before people were ever doing it.
So based on her saying that one thing, that automatically eliminates a beta male. Okay, but let's continue.
Like that type of, like a rule breaker. That is the only thing. I don't have height requirements. I don't need a 6-pack.
She said that this same man was rule breakers, meaning that he do not follow the rules. So that eliminates alpha males because alpha males are structured. So the only thing that's left is a sigma male. So here's my theory. I believe that the men that she allegedly was dating was sigma males. Meaning that these type of men do not put up with bullshit, period. These type of men would know when a woman is running game on them. These type of men is these same type of men who are so smart that their downtime is playing chess. These type of men, they are like 2 or 3 steps ahead of you. They are. So I believe that that's based on what she's saying, she was dating sigma males. when these sibling males have certain boundaries and stuff, right, and they challenge her on that, that's what made her horny and want to give them more gifts and shit like that. Because she's trying to figure them out. And the reason why she's trying to figure them out, not because she's happy and she want to be in a relationship with them. She want to be successful, but she's trying to figure them out because she wants to groom them and manipulate them. But you cannot manipulate a sibling male. It is just not going to happen. It is not going to happen.
I don't care about bald, whatever the case may be. I like a man that is into me. My type is a man that's literally into me and obsessed with everything that I'm doing. So
I feel that so much because, I mean, I definitely want to be attracted.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah,
so
but
the things that I am attracted
to intellect.
Oh, intellect, full blown. After the intellect piece, I feel like I always meet smart men. I am attracted to nice teeth. Not the Atlanta veneers.
Okay.
But nice teeth. Full lips. And someone that is well put together. That is something that I'm just like, it just takes me over the top a little bit.
Yeah.
I cannot do somebody that just doesn't have a good oral hygiene routine. Like, I need you to have gone to the dentist. I need you to, Invisalign quick. It'll take you 3 months if you got a couple spaces. Like, I just like people that care about their oral hygiene. Yeah.
Okay, so we know what his character is like.
Yeah.
We know what he looks like, kind of, because there's not a super defined look, just well put together. And I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Like I'm looking
bet
at
you do,
your
Danny.
hygiene kit in the bathroom. I'm looking at it.
So you're the woman who's gonna go use the bathroom and open the cabinets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking to see I'm looking to see the shampoos you're using, the beard oil, the skincare products. Let me tell you why that's important, Donnie. People that care about quality, even in their personal life, are not the people that's going to cheat you. Even if it's not the same equally yoked, like maybe you spend more money on camera equipment because you like the bike and you bought a $700 bike. You're not going to trip about my Sephora trip. You see what I'm saying? Because people that like
What the fuck? What is she talking about? So if this dude have a bottle of Head and Shoulders off-brand in his bathroom, you judging him about that? What the hell?
That's bullshit.
No, see what it really is. See, y'all got to read between the lines, bro. Y'all got to read between the lines. So what she really saying is this. She's trying to justify her going to fucking Sephora all the time. Sephora is expensive as hell. So she's trying to justify going to this expensive store, getting all this makeup like she got on right now. She got on all this damn makeup right now, looking like a damn clown. And she's trying to justify her going to that store all the time. Either Sephora or Ulta, one of them two. The reason why I know about it is because I'm married and I got daughters. And got a wife. They love going to Sephora or Ulta, one of them two. I hate going to that damn store, but she's trying to justify her spending habits of going into the store and trying to say that, hey, if you're spending like me, that means that you care about yourself. But in reality, the chemicals and stuff them products that they have, it's not even good for her skin or nothing like that. Especially black women. Damn, what the hell? This
quality like quality. And so I'm always interested in how you indulge yourself in luxury and quality outside of me.
So luxury is important to you.
Oh, absolutely.
So this man would definitely need to be of a certain financial status.
Yeah.
What kind?
Six figures?
For sure. What kind?
I just feel like I'm always looking for a man to elevate me. And I actually quantify what the financial status is, right? So let's just say...
Wait a minute, hold up. Now she's saying she the one who determines the financial status for the relationship. Damn.
That's bullshit.
What the hell?
And so I'm always interested in how you indulge yourself in luxury and quality outside of me.
So luxury is important to you.
Oh, absolutely.
So this man would definitely need to be of a certain financial status.
Yeah.
What kind? Yeah, for sure. What kind?
I just feel like I'm always looking for a man to elevate me. And I actually quantify what the financial status is, right? So let's just say you may not make so much more money than me, but you are somebody who is just a problem solver and resourceful. See a problem, fix a problem. To me, that is equivalent to wealth. That's equivalent to that's a value add to me. And so I get it from so many different kind of pockets. It's like, even again, how you fix my problems, how you help me out, how you assist me, it's like, okay, well, you got a business, you got a website. Well, I'm starting an LLC and I need a website. That is how I evaluate if somebody is like a financial status for me, And so I don't think it's really an amount. It's more so just lifestyle. Yeah, I think I'm more of a lifestyle girl.
Okay, so fellas, listen, we have somebody. I think you are extremely well put together. If someone says, "Hey, I work in corporate America," is that, or do you prefer a corporate person or an entrepreneur, or does that matter to you at all?
I can do corporate. I come from corporate. My father was blue collar. He worked 10 jobs. So I love a man who is...
How the hell did your father work 10 jobs? You must be counting when he was working entry-level jobs all the way up. What the hell? I'm pretty sure he wasn't blue collar and working 10 jobs has been a blue collar worker. That don't even make no sense whatsoever. What the fuck she...
who is just successful and has climbed the ladder. But my thing mostly is like, this is what I'm a think tank. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you want to do, and we will start you a business.
How soon do you go into that version of you, though? And I ask that question because there are women like myself, who just start doing too much too soon.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, we're very aligned in some of our thought processes around dating.
There it is right there. That's the reason why Danny haven't been pushing back on her like she did with old girl last night, because they both think alike. They think alike. They really do. And this is the reason why both of them are single as hell, because of this bird ideology. Gentlemen, this is what I'm telling you that you have to watch out for. If you want to be in the dating market, if this is what you desire, you have to watch out for these type of women, because they're going to try to groom you. They're predatory. And as you can see throughout this whole entire conversation, they haven't said not once what they would do for you, other than give them their bodies, other than by you meeting our standards, that makes me horny. That's it. Other than giving their body to you. They haven't brought nothing of value to you whatsoever. And they getting most of the deal. Your resources, your time, your effort, you being the therapist and the counselor to them. Me, my. While you sitting up here chilling, crying in the rain, in silence. So that's why I keep telling y'all, gentlemen, over and over again, that vetting is your protection for real from these type of women. I'm glad that I'm reacting to these 2 episodes so y'all can see in real time real women who think like this. So you can see that Urban is making this shit up. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Dating, I too am a multiplier. I too am going to see things and connect the dots and put the pieces together. But I have learned in recent years that you have to pull back a little bit. And it's not for me because that's just innately who I am. Sometimes it feels like dumbing it down just a little bit so that you're not doing too much. So you're not sending the boxes to Germany and all these things before you really get to the character of the person. You recognize somebody that you can build with. How soon do you step into that role?
I think it's about how I identify that I can build with them. And as a woman, I'm always kind of testing you. For example, I was talking to this guy and I went over to his apartment and he had all of this like plastic Tupperware that drove me insane. And I'm like, why do you want chili and spaghetti stains in your... I have Tupperware that I bought that was glass and I've had it 7 years later. So your Tupperware needs to be glass. Politely sent Pyrex.
What's wrong with his plastic Tupperware? It's his Tupperware. See, this what I'm talking about, gentlemen. Where they want to come and manipulate and control you. They want you to be a part of their program. If you are happy with your plastic Tupperware, then be happy with it. Matter of fact, gentlemen, there are YouTube videos out right now that could teach you how to get that spaghetti stain out of your plastic Tupperware. It's really easy. I do it all the time. Really simple. But if you're happy with that, then that's your happiness. Remember what I was telling y'all last night too. I was telling y'all last night when they mentioned about living together, right? I had said that, you know what? By me thinking about that, right? If you can handle that, gentlemen, living in two separate places but being in a relationship too, I'll say do it. And this is the reason why I said it. It's because when you end up living together, you bring in everything to the table, everything. People, habits, and all this stuff there. It's some things that you as a gentleman, you don't want to change because you don't see nothing wrong with it. Long as it's not toxic or anything like that, you don't see nothing wrong with it. But her, on the other hand, she'll see something wrong with it, not because it's toxic, but because at the end of the day, she wants to control. She wants things to be her way. This will be the same concept to where y'all end up branching and living together, right? You put her in charge of decorating the home, making the house become a home, right? Put her in charge with that. You leave and go to work. And next thing you know, she'd have made the house like her apartment where she was at prior before meeting you, bro. Added all the type of colors and stuff that's feminine and stuff. You don't have nothing where it's balanced, where it's balanced as y'all as a couple. It shows meaning and purpose as y'all as a couple. She set up here using on colors that she wants. Getting drapes that she wants. Buying dishes that she wants. And next thing you know, you living in a household that even though you're paying the mortgage and all this stuff, right? You living in a household, you don't even recognize this house because it don't have a feel that you belong there. So that's why I kind of want to throw that out there. I'm like, hey, you know, if y'all can handle that, if that could be an agreement, man, shoot, hey, live in two separate households. Because, you know, some people habits are something else. I'm saying.
Glass Tupperware to his house every day. Babe, look at my meal prep. Okay, boom. You're somebody that is appreciative. You've taken it. You're using it. You know what I'm saying? Like that is somebody that I know that like they would appreciate the way that I'm trying to elevate them and the way that I'm trying to stretch value. So it takes a little time. I'm also just looking on how you're investing in me. Right. And this is just like, are you sitting down and having those conversations with me? Do you want to recap after my meetings? Are you curious about what I'm doing? I never date men that don't ask me what I do. Because if you don't know what I do, then you can't invest in me and you don't know how to support me. So I'm interested in somebody that's curious about, okay, well, how does a podcast work? Do your film crew come this? Then you're going to know how much that bill and that invoice is, right? If you don't know anything, then you can't really help me. So I'm always looking for those things first. Like, how are you trying to support me? Then I'm going to sprinkle the fairy dust in there, you know, to show you the wife in me. Some women feel like they got to, you know, you don't do girlfriend. Why you doing wife things? Girl, he needs a preview. Nobody's gonna marry you based off of the girlfriend you thought you was gonna be. Any man that got on bended knee, he saw the wife in you first.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a little 1-2.
Yeah. Yeah. You need
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yep, it sounded like, based on what she's saying, it sounded like she dated Sigma males that didn't put up with the bullshit. That's why she's single right now. Because once again, we know how Sigma males operate. We know that. We know that Sigma males don't. All the stuff that she talking about, Sigma males is not gonna put up with that bullshit. They're not. So now, since she dated them, this is what she's doing now. She's looking for a different archetype of man, because she done deemed Sigma males as being bad men now. Now she's trying to either look for an alpha male or a beta.
Beta!
One of them two. Preferably, how the way she's talking, she's definitely looking for a beta.
Beta!
Because once again, throughout this conversation, she never said anything what she would do to help pour into this man. Everything that she said circles back around to her. What she's saying, she was giving certain type of gifts and doing certain type of things like business venture, it circle back around to where it benefits her, not him.
a lot of support. So acts of service appears to be a love language for you.
Receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts.
Yes, no. I'm so like receiving
Yeah,
gifts.
I agree, bro.
If you don't buy me anything, I don't know that you like me. It's deeply
What?
rooted in my life. And I think that for years, people shamed me out of receiving gifts as a love language. It is a big thing. I need gifts. I need you to be, and it's so tied into acts of service, but I will not feel the love off of you if you don't buy me things. I don't.
So she's sitting up here acting like a spoiled brat. If you don't do these, if you don't buy things from me, then I feel like that you don't love me. Well, what's the language that women use when men say stuff like that? Shallow. Yeah, shallow. She's been shallow. So you mean that you that shallow where if a man don't buy you things that you want or just buy you things in general, then they don't love you? What if he don't want to buy you nothing because he simply don't want to buy you nothing? What if he don't want to buy you nothing because at the moment there are things way more important than buying you something at the moment? And to top it off, you saying that you this boss chick, right? So why the hell are you relying over a man to buy you something where you could get it on your own? If it's that serious.
People think it's superficial. People think that it lacks substance. And it's like, well, maybe you feel better if somebody is like, oh, Donnie, you look so beautiful. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I know. Where is the bag? I told you I lost an AirPod 2 weeks ago. You never thought about replacing it? That is how I feel seen. Is that somebody has seen me intimately enough to be able to buy me a great gift. I don't register internally that there's like and support there if you have not bought me something.
I understand that. I go
bet
back
you
and
do.
forth with gift giving. All of the love languages are mine. I can't see myself in a relationship where one of those things didn't exist.
Yeah.
But with gift giving specifically, my biological father showed love only through gifts. I didn't have any relationship with him.
Yeah.
And so it was like at a very early age,
shit.
I talked about this on another episode, as a preteen, all he knew how to do was like send me stuff, but I never saw his face. We didn't have a relationship. He and my mom were married and divorced, and then I didn't see him again until 8th grade. And when he came, he just showered me with these gifts. And so I think for me, I like gifts, but I've never really understood how to receive the gift because I don't want you to just love me through gifts.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Did she just contradict herself? But we already know what Danny Mom said, is that right? But one thing I want to point out is this, and this is dealing with the brothers, all right? Once again, y'all see why it is very important for us as men to be about our purpose, to be in our place as men. Because if we're not in our place, then these type of resorts will happen. You end up getting into a relationship with a woman, end up getting her pregnant, and you're really not attracted to that woman, but you feel like that you're obligated now. And then you end up having a child that you really don't want, but you feel like that you're obligated because you got to do it. But you also understand at the same time that damn, if I do these things for this child, that means I got to put up with her mom bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's over. Matter of fact, some people say it's just 18 years of this, but no, I bet it different. That's a lifetime of this bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Longest that mom is living, that is a lifetime of that bullshit that you got to put up with. But making these wrong choices and stuff, right, end up creating these situations. And then here's the end resort behind it. The end resort behind it is that you create these children that become women. And then the cycle continues where now they are all screwed up in the head. And they taking all this that they done learned and incorporating it into their adult life and screwing up another man. And it keeps going over and over and over again. That's why I tell y'all, gentlemen, that it's important for you to be in your purpose. That's important for you to make sure that you are skillfully choosing who you really want to be in your life. Because if you're not choosing who you skillfully want to be in your life, then this is going to be the end result every single time. This is going to be the outcome. I'm just saying. Just F, what's up with it? Bruce, what's up with it, brother? But let's continue.
Yeah. So I completely get that. What would you say is one of the most challenging things about dating, Tisia?
The most underrated business growth strategy isn't marketing.
Oh, hell no. I know y'all ain't first try to plug your business into my stream. You got me all the way fucked up.
That's bullshit.
I told y'all we ain't getting no marketing on my stream tonight. Hold on, let me go and fast forward this bullshit. She tripping. Gonna plug this in her. You wild as hell. Plugging stuff in. Let's get to the stream.
I am a grudge holder.
Ooh. I think I can tell that about you. You built a whole platform on the back end of some grudges that you have.
I'm a grudge holder, and I'm also hypercritical. I like things a certain way, and I don't really have a lot of wiggle room for unstructured things. I like things a certain way. And to some men, that can come off as like, you don't know how to let me take the lead.
Oh, okay, real quick, gentlemen. Now, I had seen a clip of this, okay, and I was waiting for her to get to this point. All right? I was waiting for her to get to this. The reason why I was waiting for her to get to this is because I'm going to show you the other clip on her IG about how the way she is, all right? So without further ado, here's how the way she is, all right? Listen up to this.
Men never picked a woman that did so much for them. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you didn't build this man up, helped him with his resume, help him get a job, help him build a business, help him flip his money, help him when he didn't have no credit, help him raise his children on some you wasn't nobody before I met you type of thing, thinking that you're going to get a return on your investment or somehow this man's going to be indebted to you and do right by you because you helped him with all his he's not, okay? This is the same man that will go and find a woman who's not doing half of the things that you're doing and give her the sun, the moon, and the stars because she makes him feel like a man. It's just what it is. He didn't ask you to do all of that. And do you think he want to look at you and think like, oh, this woman helped me build my life? He's not your child, right? It just never works out like that. So do me a favor and save your time, your money, okay? And all of your energy because it just never rolls around like that, baby. Either he's going to be like, thank you, peace out, or he's going to be like, I didn't ask you to do all of that. I didn't ask you to do all of that. it is going to be a conflict of interest. So you choose.
So the reason why I shared that clip with you gentlemen is because she said earlier about holding grudges. Throughout this whole entire conversation with her and Danny, was she doing this me, my, and all these different things like that, right? Where it boils down to is that she's still holding grudges. She honestly believed that since she call it investing, right? Since she was investing into all these different type of men, right? Literally creating a transactional relationship. She believed that she more than deserves what returns back to her. So that should draw the question to this. Was her giving like all these different gifts, helping dudes with resumes and all the stuff there, was she doing it generally, or she was doing it as an investment because she wanted something in return? Because based on what she's saying, it was an investment. She wasn't doing it because she loved them dudes. She wanted something in return. It was transactional to her. And when she didn't get that transaction in return, guess what? She's mad. She's pissed off. Now man ain't shit. That's where she's at. Think I'm lying? Let's do this.
Not going to get away with what he did to you. I know you're hurt, you're sad, you're mad, you're embarrassed. You want him to suffer. You want him to pay for what he did to you. He will. It will resurface in his life. It could happen one day from now. It could happen 5 years from now. It can happen with that new girl that he with. Because the grass ain't always greener. But that's not what we worried about. The only thing that you need to do is look good, do good. Look good, do good. The universe.
Yo, she hit us with that demonic laugh, bro. Damn.
Will do the rest of the work. It may seem like he's all happy and he's moved on and you're the one that's sad and crying. But it will come back to him. It will resurface in his life some way, somehow. In the meantime, I need you to stop calling his mama. Because I know you want everybody to know what he did to you. And I need you to stop texting his friends, baby. Okay? Because they're not your friends no more. I need you to stop posting about it online. And I need you to stop calling that man Job, Jessica. We know it's you. And HR know it's you too, okay? Always remember, women cry first, men cry longer. It will come back to him.
So in other words, now keep in mind, gentlemen, those of y'all who are coming in, keep in mind that she is a relationship coach. She is helping women navigate the dating market so they can get the desired outcome. But this is the content that she's putting out there. Now, this last clip, she's trying to make it satire, but in reality, this is some bullshit that she actually did. What she's pulling up at people's job, calling the mom and everything because she mad and pissed off about the dude not doing things for her. This is who she is. This is the reality. This is the type of women that you must avoid. Just like I told y'all last night, don't look at them, don't touch them, because they are unclean as hell. They're unclean, they're dirty, they're nasty. Don't even mess with them. Leave them alone. Don't think that you can sit up here and turn something that's unclean and dirty and make it clean. Negro, you is not God. I'm going to want to use a famous quote that Minister Jop said. Minister Jop, he said this: if Jesus can't save these hoes, what make you think you can? Once again, if Jesus can't save these hoes, what make you think you can? So you can't change them. You can't do none of that. So don't even mess with them, period. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let them stay single. But what I'm trying to do at this point, I'm also trying to help our other brothers who have this beta mindset, who have this blue pill mindset, who have this trick and simp mindset as well too. Because these are the type of dudes who sit up here try to save this woman, who try to clean her up, but make the situation worse. Just don't do it. Just leave them alone. Just avoid them altogether. Because it just not, it ain't worth it, gentlemen. I'm telling you, it is not worth it. But let's continue.
I don't think I'm actually like that with them, but just myself personally, I'm a very structured person and I am a grudge holder. And so I always say, if the mess up is loud, let the makeup be loud. Make up with me how you messed up with me. I'm sorry. It's never, I will bring that shit up 50 fucking times. Where is the flowers? Where is the gift? Where is the repair? What have you done to show me change behavior? I'm a very hard person to make up with. Yeah.
So you're not easily forgiving whatsoever.
No, and that, no, I'm not.
Is that something that you want to work on? Is it something that you think you should work on?
Nope.
It depends on the blow. Like, it depends on the offense in the crime, right? Some things, and people, one of my friends told me the other day, he was like, I
bet she's going to think of the most extreme situation to justify her being the way that she is. Let's listen.
Yeah, that's not your best work. You need to go back to the cross on that one. Because I was just like, I just feel like some things is worth, like, you don't have to forgive everything. And he was like, no, God said you have to forgive. Like, you have to forgive people. It is a part of this whole process of your spiritual journey. Like, you have to forgive. And Nate and I, we had a whole conversation on my podcast about this, like being unforgiving. And that is something that I genuinely want to work on. But I feel like sometimes I think the forgiving part can make it seem as though, of course it's this whole thing about, oh, well, this is like drinking the poison and expecting the other person to die when you don't forgive anybody. And I'm just like, I'm good if you good, but I'm cool on you and I type of thing. So,
Mac,
it's not that I truly, like, I don't forgive you. I just don't want you in my life in the same way. And that could come off as like, I don't mess with you no more.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, no, I just don't think of you the same. And I don't believe in you the same. And I don't look at you the same, this dynamic the same. So it's not that I'm like, I'm cool. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the apology. But this is not going to be the same. So I got to work on that.
No, listen.
No, she's not. She don't have to work on that. She only saying that because Danny has said something about it. But in reality, she's not working on that at all, period. She wants you to accept her exactly how the way she is. That's why I'm telling you over and over again, gentlemen, don't deal with these type of behavioral women, period. I don't care how good they look. I don't care how well they articulate themselves. I don't care how many down degrees that they say that they have and how much money they got. I don't care if they shower you with gifts. Don't deal with them. Don't touch them. Don't sleep with them. Don't penetrate them. Don't do none of that, bro. Because I'm telling you, these type of women is going to screw up your life. Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone.
Because I don't necessarily hold grudges, or do I? I will cut you off, and that just is it. And it doesn't require an announcement. I don't have to be dramatic about it. You don't have to get a long text message from me. There's distance now, and you know why. That's just kind of like how I operate.
Have you ever talked about, do you know that I thought you were so mean when I first met you?
No way.
So when I'll never forget, it was TC's. We met in Ohio for the in studio.
Yes.
And at the time, this was my first time meeting Ace. This was my first time meeting any of the TC crew. And I said to you, oh my gosh, so nice to meet you. I said, are you like a part of Ace's team? And you said to me, I'm the one who told him to call you. And I was like, you was kind of like, bitch, do you know who I am?
No.
Yes, you did. Like, I was like, I don't know if I fuck with her like that. I literally was like, you were like, I'm glad we got over that. But you were like, I'm the one that told him to call you. What you talking about? And I was like, I'm sorry. I just don't know. It's my first time. I don't know anybody here.
But you were telling it the way it happened.
real quick, while they get into this weird stuff, all right, this will give y'all a little bit more background on this. Now, Danny and them, they all part of tonight's conversation. That's what they talking about. Tonight's conversation with Ace Metaphor. Okay. So Danny, she pretty much branched off and started doing her own thing with this other dude as well too. While Ace Metaphor and them, they still running tonight's conversation. So you could pretty much get the whole gist to why Danny is still single. You could get the whole gist of why Danny be inviting these people onto her shows and why she had this ideology, because she had the same ideology as Ace Metaphor. We know Ace Metaphor is a down beta.
Beta!
We know it. We know that dude is a grifting beta. We know that. Ace Metaphor is pretty much the modern day Steve Harvey. Him and his partner, Derek Jackson, all they are is the modern day Steve Harvey. Does Griffin, and Griffin some more. But even then, even though them are still our brothers, them are the same ones that we competed against because these fools are creating all this toxicity. Creating these type of birds. And they don't have no problem with it.
That's not what happened.
You were mean, Donnie.
I was not mean. First, you see, you trying to do me like this. You're going to be doing me now, right?
You were like, girl, you better put some respect on my name. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know who is who. This is my first 10 minutes walking in here.
Okay,
and you were like, I put the call out for you. You better pay your respect.
But no, but I think there was a little bit both ways. Because you did say, are you part of Ace's crew? I look like crew. No disrespect the crew, but I'm dressed. Crew was in like
you could have been
t-shirts.
Like the event manager. You could have been like the production team.
You could have been. Were dressed the same way, Tasia.
Well, I was getting off a plane.
We were dressed, makeup.
How do I know you weren't Ace's vice president of some? I don't know who was who.
And she sent up her getting upset that she used the term about crew. Crew is just a crew. What the fuck?
No.
I was like, are you a part of the team?
So,
are you a panelist? You were like,
you know what? I'm
you
sorry.
wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, bitch. You better.
I did not.
That's what it gave. You were like, you better bow down when you see me.
And for clarity, for that particular show, Ace and I were really tight. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm looking at this talent and this talent and this talent. And I looked at your stuff and I hit him and was like, she's the one. You got to get her. So I loved your personality. I loved your boldness. And he had like a lineup of a few different women.
Yes,
and
did.
I said, her.
Yeah. Bruce said, lose a brace.
And that's the energy that you gave me when.
No, I said.
I think you were kind of like.
I was trying to be sweet.
But one thing I know about you, Donnie, is that you're very big on respect.
1,000.
You are very big on respect. And I think it may have came off like I thought you were the help or something. And you did not. You were like, I'm the reason you're here. Please don't.
Hey, Lionel. Now that I'm thinking about this right, I'm thinking about this logically. I could kind of feel Danny on this one, all right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because you remember the conversation that we had, bro, when I was telling you that when I was going and visit like other content creators and stuff, right? And these fools here was separate talking about I'm the sixth man and all that bullshit, right? Like,
that's bullshit.
The sixth man, nigga, I'm the star attraction. What the hell? I got more subscribers than you and everything. What the fuck? What you talking about, sixth man? So I am the show. What are you talking about? By me and us pulling up, we the one who making your show popping. What the hell are you talking about? What you mean? So in this situation, I can understand where she's coming from on that. You know what I'm saying? I can feel her on that. Better put some respect on the name. I'm just saying.
Play with me. And I was like, thank you so much for the opportunity. Like you. I was like that. Yes, it was. I thought y'all Where my camera at?
Your camera
I
right
thought Donni was mean. It is so interesting now that we're here because she's actually not like that in real life. But
No,
girl,
I'm
we
not.
almost didn't make it over this hump.
And I'm so glad that and you've never said, but I think that we both felt a little from each other in the beginning. But the way we tag teamed.
Yes.
On those episodes.
Yes.
The way we had to show up and tag team on those episodes, for me, it was forgotten about, but it did feel like, are you the help? And I'm like,
and I was just like a fish out of water. That was my first time. Did you know that? That was my first time ever meeting or seeing Ace ever in person. And he was like, literally, I walked away. I forgot we were at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I can't believe they having a conversation about this, by
and in
the
my
way.
head, I was like,
this
we don't
is
get an
crazy.
orientation. We don't get a welcoming. We don't get a whatever. And so I was just like, okay,
I'm
cool.
going to listen to this.
A woman with a strong opinion who speaks her mind that says a lot of stuff that I agree with. And when Ace presented
they're still talking about this.
It wasn't like
little things, right? Because even this hairstylist, she was
Damn.
cute. So I'm just glad that we didn't let it become that, because you just never know niche. And you were like, ma'am, next to me, and then he was across from me. Really?
I mean, in that moment, maybe. I think so. You felt it.
Yeah,
And
I did feel it.
I obviously felt away.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we got over that.
I am so glad.
Because I genuinely great sounding.
Bro, why are they having a 20-minute conversation talking about this? This is insane. Like, what the hell? Get back to the topic.
Bored.
Yeah.
So
and
I'm
what
glad
I said to you the other day, like, I'll stop everything. Like, I meant that.
I know you did. I know you did. I know you did. And that really meant the world to me, because like being like out here flapping around, I literally tell people, make a joke, I'm here off $1 outside. And he was basically saying that there was a lot of people outside trying to take a picture in front of her car. And I said, girl, what kind of car you got? She said, I got an Aston Martin. I left that shit so fucking inspired, Donni. Some people will look at it as like, oh, I'm a little fish. No, I'm a little fish and I'm on your ass. I'm going to be a big fish and I just want mentorship. I want to grow. I want to learn how to scale. I want to get my finances together. I watched your stuff. And it's like, well, how much money are you making? I don't know how much money I'm making. I need to get my numbers right. And so I'm just glad that we got over that. But when I left that table, I said, when I come back, I'm not going to be the brokest one at this.
And look at you. Look at you. I mean, this is what sisterhood is about.
Yes.
And when I think about these conversations, it brings me to you saying earlier that one of the challenges about like dating you is because ultimately we want to date like our best friends, right?
Yeah.
I do. You said it's you holding grudges. Would you have like taken accountability and presented an issue with a man that you're dating as gently as you just presented it with me?
Yes. And let me tell you why. It's because one thing I know is that you want to create the safest space for a man to be able to make mistakes, be transparent, and be vulnerable. Even when it comes down to respect, if a man don't feel respected, you don't get it. You don't have anything. And so you can take back what you said, but you cannot change the way that you made somebody feel. So I'm very big on it. Now, I may get a little Chicago from time to time, but I'm very big on that. And I'm
No, she the hell not.
That's bullshit.
I already proved that to y'all that that's some bullshit. Didn't she say earlier that she be holding grudges on men and people and different things like that? So how one moment she says she's going to hold grudges on somebody, the next moment she's telling me, I'm very, very particular about how the way I said it, because I know if I said I can't take it back, you know, we got to treat men with respect. What the hell?
I'm always interested in repair. Anybody that's open and willing for repair, I'm open and willing. Like I said, I know that girl from Painting the Wall. She was like, how can I make this right, baby? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm more so interested in the person's ability to, you know, create a space for repair. And I would have said that just as gently as I did to a man. Yeah.
Okay. I respect that. So for the show, you don't have children.
No.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Have you ever been married?
No, I'm engaged.
Never been engaged?
Never been engaged, girl.
As sweet and sugar mama-ish as you have been, why have we not gotten a ring?
Engaged.
I know Danny ain't talking. You should be asking yourself the same question. I'm saying, damn.
No, I personally think the more woke you become,
woke.
The more you're just able to spot things quicker. And I also feel like the quality versus the quantity.
Yes.
Like I'm just having much better experiences. And I'm also just wasn't the version of myself that could have received that type of, like I wasn't the woman. Honestly, I don't feel like I deserved a ring back then. I wasn't her. I wasn't that kind of girl. I had a lot of anger issues. I had a vile mouth, Donnie. I'm still working on that one.
I think you still need to work on your anger issues, because I think it's still there. It's very evident it's still there based on the clips that we showed you a few moments ago. It's still there. I think you got a lot of work to work on that one.
I'm so surprised.
See, this is the shit I was talking about.
I'm so surprised.
Vile mouth. Just and a lot of anger. Like I was just angry about a lot of things. So I just don't think I don't think you need to be perfect to be able to go into a relationship with someone. But I just wasn't ready for that. Now I'm like, oh yeah.
Do you want kids?
Yesterday, what a homegirl Tiffany say, I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my last name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I am ready, girl.
How many kids do you want?
I'll always have 1 in 5. I think I'm going to probably end up maybe getting a 2-piece if I can. Maybe I'll adopt, and if he, maybe I'll get bonus children.
What if this man, because the man that you've described is a very high performing man.
Yeah.
And this is a man who may be very well established in his career. He has, he's already building to. He's scaling.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Yeah.
And he says, I appreciate everything that you bring to the table. I love your personality. I love what you do. But I want a woman that can be here on my side. So that means that dear Tisia goes away. That means that the community that you're building maybe pull back just a little bit. Are you willing to be like a stay-at-home wife?
No. I don't think a man that loves me and knows me and understanding and feeling seen and supported is so important to me. A man that loves me to see it is never going to take me out my purpose like that. Like that is a part of my identity and my purpose.
This is where another bullshit comes into play.
That's bullshit.
First of all, notice how Danny has set the question up. I was really hoping that Danny was going to say, when she said that she was going to be by his side, I was really hoping that she was going to veer into saying that the man is looking for a helpmeet, like I was telling y'all last night, right? But unfortunately, no. Because what to expect? Danny is a modern woman. She's a bird, so birds do what birds do. But this whole concept of her saying that now a man wouldn't take her out of the purpose of what she got going on, then that means that she's not in her purpose to begin with anyway. Because once again, a woman's purpose is to bring value to the man. That is her overall duty as a woman. So whatever one's skills, talent, ability that she had attained on her own or through family or social circles, however way she obtained it, right, her number one purpose is for her to be that helpmeet to that man, to bring value to that man. That's the reason why she was designed in the first place. All the way from the very beginning, a woman was designed to be a helpmeet to that man. So if you sitting up here saying that, well, this man is if this man's doing this and that, or if he want me to be a stay-at-home mom, then that means he's not about my purpose. Then that let that man know right off the bat that you never was for him to begin with in the first place. She got it twisted. She's sitting up here, she got it twisted. She's sitting up here thinking that it's the other way around, where it's the man bringing value to her. That's not even biblical. It's supposed to be the other way around. That's why she haven't had success. That's why she's not married. And I guarantee that once when she gets married, right, I guarantee he's going to be with a beta.
Beta!
A dude don't even know his purpose or anything like that. I'm just saying. But let's continue. If y'all enjoying this content, make sure y'all hit thumbs up to support the channel, right?
Could I make concessions? Can you and I take a couple turns? Could I not go as hard as I used to? Yeah, but you asking me to step off what I have to be by yours, I just don't think that would quite be the man for me. Also, I'm not a woman that's work absorbed. The men that I date, they feel me on them. They getting lunch to their job. They're getting support. I didn't forget that you got an important meeting. I do a very good job of that, but I just don't think a man that sees Tisia for who she is going to take me out of my purpose. He's not going to require that of me. Mm-hmm. You know, when I'm doing the things that I love, I'm a better version for you. I'm more agile, I'm more submissive, I'm more feminine, I'm more sexy. I want to be with you more. I'm more understanding. I'm less to anger. I'm slower to anger. Like, I'm a better version of myself when I'm here, and that's the person you're going to want from me. Like, he's not going to try to take me out my spot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that answer so much. I feel the exact same way. Like, nobody who really wants me, for me, right? There may be things about me that you want, but the person who wants the fullness and the wholeness of me, they're never going to require that I stop. Yeah, it'll be my choice. Mm-hmm. But I do welcome you to come in and help.
Right. Exactly. Look, you don't work so much. Take me out this mug. Take me out.
Take some of these
responsibilities and just how mentally tasking things can be sometimes.
Will you date a man? I know that you have in your past, but knowing what you know now, will you date men who have children?
Donnie, I am getting so much closer to the I'm a no kids thing. Why? I have gone back and forth about it, and I think that I think I'm gonna stick to the no kids thing. Really? And he just has to be exceptional. And it's not to say that his children are a burden, right? Because I love pretty much what you're saying. There was a time where I was attracting all of these single dads. I'm talking about single dad, the mama dropped the kids off at the doorstep and disappeared type of single dad. I was attracting a lot of those men all the time. But I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, you want to know what's actually interesting about this, right? Is that I have seen time and time again that these type of women, they will say that it's okay for them to have this ideology to not want men with kids, right? But however, when the situation is in reverse, when they become a single mother, right? Oh, that ideology quickly changes. It changes to, I look for a man with kids. Houseway.
Also, just such a mother. Like, I have so much like motherly energy on me. Mm-hmm. For years, I was like, oh yeah, I'm second wife material. I can do this. But I think the closer that I get to it, the more I'm just like, no, I'm meeting men 40 plus, no children. Yeah. Now, they've been married before, but they don't have any children. Yeah. I just think I can get a man with no kids.
You can get a man with no kids.
And if he does have kids, I'm semi open to that. Mm-hmm. If he does have kids, but I just really want a true blended family. Yeah. I don't want the man that has children that I just feel like an outsider and I don't have, and even like the child's mother doesn't trust me. Like, I just pray that that it's with a man where his mother is like, where the child's mother is like, you heard what Tisia said to you.
You got a good one.
Hey, real quick, real odds, brother. If you're still in the chat, man, I sent you an email to your email address that you got on your channel, right? Once again, I sent you an email to your email address that you got listed on your channel. Let me know that you have received that, okay? Let's drop in the chat to say, yeah, I received it, or no, I didn't receive it, Urban, all right?
You gotta, yeah. Like, where she and I are just working together. I talked about this before in another podcast where I just felt like if I'm talking to you and your child's mother, she and I are working together to make sure your kids get to practice and I'm picking them up and blah, blah, blah. And she ended up sleeping with you again. She got to see me on that. It's just like complete disrespect, you know? You got to see me on that. If you and I are co-parenting these kids and I'm helping you, picking them up, blah, 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 you come into these cookouts and then I found out that you slept back with, baby, you got to see me on that. And I don't care. Some people just need to be smacked. You know,
No, I fully agree. You mentioned briefly that you have recently experienced like a season of depression.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that later, but I do want to, do you feel like you're out of that season?
I'm peeking out of it. Peeking out of it. This is like the first time in all transparency that I'm like, daily showering, getting out the bed.
So if you're peeking out of the depression, that means that you're still in it. So if you're still in it, why do you believe that you're now qualified to be in a relationship, let alone be marriage material, when you haven't even dealt with the things you need to deal with yourself? Because depression is a big thing. It really is. Because just like I stated to y'all last night, gentlemen, these type of women, they going to want you to be their therapist and everything. Oh, I'm depressed. I want you to help me out of my depression. What I need to do to get out of my depression. They want you to be all these different roles for them, instead of them doing their own self-work.
Going somewhere, combing my hair, wanting to talk to people. I think that because like God was whispering, move, 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 and I didn't quite understand it, that I just started the packing and picking up and leaving. And then when I got to Atlanta, it was like, oh yeah, you're here, girl, what you gonna do, type of thing. And so I just blocked out a lot of things because I think I was gonna start having grief and remorse about DC, leaving DC. So I just did it. And then it all came tumbling down when I got here. I was scared in my own house. I live in a gated community. You gotta punch a code to get in there, girl. I was scared in my own house. As a Chicago girl, my head always on the swivel. I'm like, what if these niggas run up the stairs on me? I'm on the 3rd floor and can't nobody. I went from 1 bedroom, like small apartment to 4 bed, 4 bath with 3 levels. So I'm like, there's so many entry points. So it was just like a lot of fear, a lot of feeling like I was outside of my comfort zone. And I didn't sleep well for 3.5 weeks.
Are you getting more comfortable in your home?
I am, actually.
Yeah.
No, I used to lock my door because I'm like, if somebody come up in here, I can hear them in my door. So I used to lock my door and I stopped locking my door. I also have my house prayed over and everything. So it's like, we prayed away bad intentions. We prayed away. I'm talking about at the door with the holy sacred water.
For sure.
You know, so I don't like having that type of paranoia.
Yeah.
So that was just a part of it also just was like, I feel like a lot is riding on me here in Atlanta. So, you know, they say when you get scared, you're close. And like, I just know that like Atlanta is going to be like so good for me.
Yeah.
And also just like a lot of shedding and pruning, like friends that may not come to this new season with me. Like I may be entering a new season of dating and love that may separate me a little bit more from kind of like the girls' night and the girls' girl. So like
you better not have come to Atlanta to tell me
right,
you can't
everybody's
have a
like, girl about to be outside, and I'm like, girl,
because we're about to go outside tonight.
We
if
are.
I'm being
I can't
totally
wait.
honest, we're going outside tonight.
Gracious.
Okay, can he live in a different city, state, country?
Yes.
all those things.
Yes, I love that. I love you. Look, you ain't got to be here to be here. That's one of my favorite things. You don't have to be here to be here. It's called send me to the spa. It's called just thinking of you. It's called a phone call. It's called Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. It's called, hey, I bought these tickets for you. I just feel like it's more exciting. Also, as a neurodivergent person, like a lot of ADHD, I just like the excitement of not being bored. And so, like, I feel like I miss you more. And if you can make this work when I'm out of...
So since you ADHD and neurodivergent, it's his responsibility to bring meaning and purpose to your life versus you doing it on your own.
Town, that means you care a little bit. Like, you care a little bit to make it. There's women all around you. If you gonna go date me in New York and I live in Atlanta, you making these trips and you making me feel special from out of town, I love that.
Are you willing to relocate?
Nope.
Ooh, it just have to be real good. It have to be real good. Like, I'm not going to it. I've from Chicago. I've lived in DC. I've lived in New York. I got my master's in Texas. I used to run Houston down. The only places I'm willing to move now is Charlotte, Dallas, or another city that I've already lived in before.
Okay.
That's it. You cannot take me to no Ohio or Oklahoma. No.
There are men who are watching this who's saying she's it. I want her. I want to be on her body. And there's women who are watching this that are saying, I know a man for her. How should someone approach a woman like you?
Hell no. Who's saying that? Who's saying that? They need to watch the Urban Lounge podcast. If these dudes are saying that, then these some tricks and simps dudes for real. None of them dudes should be saying that. They're like, man, no, she got some self-work that need to be done. She is not marriage material whatsoever. I don't know what type of dudes. Maybe it's ex-mother for them crew. I don't know.
They're looking at you through the internet right now. We're going to make sure they have your Instagram and all the things. How should they approach you if they are approaching you via the internet? And then how should they approach you if they see you in person?
I think the best way is to just, you know how you go to a job interview and they're like, well, what do you know about this role? Like, oh, well, I know that you're looking for a project manager. What do you know about this role, baby? It's on the World Wide Web, okay? What do you know about this role? What do you know about me? What do you know about what I'm looking for? What have you seen through the lens of social media? That's not going to tell the whole story. But what data have you collected to be able to approach somebody like me? Like, I'm just like, what do you know about this role? What do you know about how literally I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, school. Okay, baby, where you should know something about me. So I think I'm just more so interested in someone that's not a pessimist, someone that's not paranoid, someone that's not trying to crack the code on a dating coach who thinks she know everything. I want somebody who genuinely is curious about how we can do life together. They see my page, they see what I'm building, and they're like, I got 5 on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the way to approach me. What the hell? It's just gentle, kind, and something kind of outish, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get a lot of people not just in my DM. I actually don't get a lot of DMs from men, clearly. Because of my content. But just more so like, you see men floating around. So it's not like there's a desert out here. But
bro, I am getting so sick of tired of these PhD women.
I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD.
I'm getting so sick of tired of them sitting up here throwing their credentials and stuff to make it seem like they qualified as hell, bro. When they really not, when they just so emotionally damaged and different things like that, bro. It is crazy. It's crazy. They want all these requirements, but yet they still don't want to reciprocate. Me, my. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to do this. You got to be a part of my program and my program only.
It's like, who are you? Who are you, and how can you be of value to what I'm building and what my life, you know. So yeah.
I love this
Mr.
conversation.
Piffle, so what?
You have strong opinions, but I don't feel like any of it is divisive. I feel like you are a woman who knows just exactly what you want based on experience of dating history past. And I, in this season, pray for you that you get the man that not only catches your eye and not just catches your heart, but someone who deserves you. Someone who, when you meet him, you know that God did that.
And the good thing about it is that that's what I think that a good man is going to bring to my life. Like, he's going to change my perspective on things. He may soften my little, my little rod that I have. He may soften that. He may say, well, hey, what about the men who,
Crazy.
like, this person just really just understands me. So I've changed my perspective on some things that are pivotal to my platform, right? And it's because of conversations that I've had with other men. One of our panelists,
Bruce,
a couple,
you right
long
about
story
that,
short,
bro.
y'all, this was like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I got booed by like 3,000 to 4,000 people on TC's stage.
No
The whole
way.
entire audience booed me. It was crazy. And one of the panelists said, Tisia, sometimes your perspective comes off as it just kind of isolates men and it doesn't position them in a place to be the oddity, be the person that's not. So it's like, yes, you're supporting the women that goes through, but it's coming at the expense of good men who are trying and that are transparent. And did that necessarily change my approach? No,
Nope.
but it did, and this person is married. Like, it did make me think like, okay, I get that. Like, I'm still going to stand 10 toes down for my girls, but
So in other words, what she's saying, gentlemen, is this. Okay, that was good advice that you gave me, but forget all that. I'm still going to do me. I'm not going to change for nobody. Hence, this is the reason why she's not married. Because she can't even take simple constructive criticism. She can't. She can't take constructive criticism. She can't take no direction. Let alone when it comes from a man.
it definitely, I love a man that can offer his perspective and know that I'm not coming from a bad place, but that there could be some evolution on that point. Like, sign me up. Where is he at? You know, so.
Oh, real quick. Let me go back to Bruce Cummings, because what he said, it was true. Yes, I noticed that. I noticed that they be on there, bro. Where they always, all of them say this, talking about that they be on this same season bullshit. Yeah, this is my season. This is my lifetime. My blessing, and it's coming. But the thing about it is that they're not learning from nothing, bro. They're not. They're not learning anything. It is always me, my. No accountability, none of that. And keep in mind, once again, gentlemen, keep in mind that she is a relationship coach for women. She's a relationship coach for women. So y'all can imagine the information that she's giving out to these women. Now, I know that there are women out there who really are hurting, who really have been through some traumatic experiences. I know that. And they looking for answers. They looking for a way to get out of this rage that they're in. So instead of finding quality people, they find people like her. They find people like Danny. And these type of people are predatory in nature. They're grifters. They'll do all this stuff to keep these women in the same condition and groom them to have this bird-like mentality, this bird-like philosophy. Oh, be a boss chick. Be about your business. You're equal to a man. hold that man accountable, but don't hold yourself accountable because there ain't nothing wrong with you. All these different things. But brothers, like I tell y'all, these are these type of women that you need to avoid at all costs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that for you, Miss Tisia. Let's tell everybody where to find you.
Ooh, Tisia XVS across all platforms, really. Tisia XVS on TikTok, on Instagram.
Yeah, facts.
And
Full
then
of 'em.
YouTube is Tisia XVS 20.
Bruce, I think you came in late, bro, but earlier through this podcast, right, she did a little quick segment talking about religion. She was up here talking about that she was looking for a spiritual man, a man and guy who's a part of the church, and then she started going into details about that. She was talking about that she want the man to be a part of the ministry. Then she was talking about that she want the man to be out doing outreach and all kind of crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, while she's doing her own thing. And her exact words was that if these type of men are doing these different things, that he's a man of God, he's a servant to the church, which translated to her, right, that's what turns her on. That's what make her horny. Her exact words.
On YouTube, I think. But
If you just look up Tisia XVS,
yeah,
you're going to find her. She
everywhere.
is everywhere. She is international, and she's a dating coach. And I think you can tell this woman has done her due diligence. She's a dating coach by way of experience, and she's ready for her man. And we're ready for you to have your man. So I hope somebody hits me and say, Donni, that young lady that you had on the exit interview, hook me up. Can I hook you up on a blind date?
Hell no.
Yes. I feel like I would trust a blind date from you.
Okay.
Why is she
I
acting
think
like
I would
that,
trust a blind date from you.
Yeah. I think I have a couple of people in mind, actually, that can handle a woman like you. And I use that word loosely, or that term loosely, that phrase loosely, because I don't love that phrase, handle me. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you don't love that phrase, then why are you using it in conjunction to her? If you don't like it. That's the same concept of calling each other bees. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like a man to call you a bee, why use the word in conjunction when you're talking about your own sister to make it sound positive? Because that's exactly what you just did. I mean, I'm just saying. And no damn man don't want to handle you. No man with purpose or anything like that want to handle a woman. To be fair.
There's a couple that come to mind that will appreciate a woman like you, and they welcome it. I've had men on the show recently who's looking for that bold, outspoken woman.
Yeah.
We've had some lookers on the show. We've had some lookers.
And I just think I'm more of the woman that I just saw a reel the other day, and it said, I want to marry the woman that after my business meeting, I can turn to my wife and say, baby, should I do business with them? I'm that woman. I'm the woman that has so much discernment that told you that friend wasn't your friend 2 years before you figured out that they weren't your friend. Like, I'm the woman that like listens to your dreams and hopes and can politely, steer you in a better direction. I'm a woman that also knows how to drop a perspective and a thought and not harp on it.
Yes.
I saw something the other day and they said, well,
so in other words, she's a manipulative woman. That's what she is. She's a manipulative woman. So regardless of what you got going on, however way she sees fits that a certain situation needs to go, she's going to manipulate that. That's pretty much what she's saying. Fellas, do we see that as a fair deal? Because I surely don't see that as a fair deal at all, period. Because we understand that it's in women's nature, period, to be what first? Emotional. They say that they have intuition. But We done proved it time and time again over here at the lounge how screwed up their intuition really is. She could sit up here and disguise it, talking about my tuition say that you don't need to take this business deal. But in reality, that business deal could be life-changing for you. But I feel like that you shouldn't take it. Okay, why you feel like I shouldn't take it? Give me a logical reason why you believe I should not take it. I don't know. That's my tuition. My intuition that's telling me you shouldn't. And you got to listen to it because my intuition is right. No, it's not. Bullshit.
That's bullshit.
A woman's intuition is not right. In reality, what a woman's intuition is, all it is manipulation and chaos. That's what it is. Hell, to be honest with you, if you're a man, I don't care if you're married or not, if you're a man, you shouldn't even be asking your wife for any type of business idea, or you should ask her approval if you should accept a business offer or not. You're the man. You make the choice and decision. This is another reason why, gentlemen, that I don't subscribe to this equal thing and I don't subscribe to this partnership thing. Because it should be totally separate from your actual relationship and or marriage. So whatever's happening in the business world, that stays at the business world. You shouldn't be even bringing that into your house. Hey, babe, sitting up her pillow talking like I ain't nothing. Hey, babe, I just got through doing the board meeting and stuff, right? And I'm trying to see if I should take this business deal or not. And she going to be up in her feelings. Well, I feel like you shouldn't. And the reason why she feel like you shouldn't is because what she's not telling you is that she's feeling lonely because you're spending all them time away from her. You're not giving her attention that she wants. So she'll literally sabotage what you got going on just so she could get what she wants. Am I lying? Or maybe I'm just making this up. But we almost done with this episode, fellas. James, what's up with it, man? Salute to you. Let's hear the final part of this episode of her talking about this weird stuff, all right?
What do you do? What does your wife do when y'all don't agree? And he said, she lets me, she shuts up and waits till I apologize and I realize that I was wrong about it. And it's like, I'm not a shut up kind of girl, but I'm also like, I'm the woman that's like, you may not get it now, but I know that you may get it later, and I'll offer something to you and I know how to walk away from it and let you figure out things on your own. Like, I'm that type of girl. Like, I love building, I love amplifying, I love putting my woman's touch on it. And I just love to explore. I'm a curious person about life. So that's the type of woman that I am.
There's a man right now on Instagram who's been on this show.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And he says she's dope. And I'm going to see.
Oh, shit.
Because I'm going to see. Okay. What about a man, to that point, what about a man who currently lives a lifestyle of dating multiple women? He's very open with that, because he hasn't found his one. Right now, he's dating multiple women simultaneously.
Oh, that's perfect, because I just shared a clip where her saying that she was encouraging women to date multiple women. Matter of fact, y'all didn't see this clip. I'm gonna run it back for y'all, because she literally said that. She literally told women to date multiple women, for real. So this is right up her alley. Look, I'll share it with y'all real quick before we end the show. Here it is right here. Literally telling women to date multiple women.
Reasons why you are single and miserable. You are doing single all wrong. Number one, you should be dating multiple men. You need to be dating 2 to 3 men baseline, okay? Let me tell you why. POV, you were in a relationship with a guy for 3 years. It didn't work out. It took you 2 years to get over that relationship. When you hit the streets now, baby, you're 5 years in a deficit, okay? You don't even know what you like. You don't even know what's outside. You need to know what you like. They young, they old, they tall, they short. Try your hand at it, baby. You need to go outside. You need to date to learn what you like. The second reason why you need to date multiple men is because it takes the emotional offload off of one particular person, baby. You out here stuck on Kevin. Kevin is a 4. He's doing a whole bunch of nothing. Boom. But you stuck. Women's biggest downfall is not being able to control their emotions. If you're having a problem controlling your emotions, read Joyce Meyer's Living Beyond Your Feelings is basically how to control your emotions so your emotions don't control you. Additionally, you're dating in a deficit, you're dating in deprivation, and you're dating in depression. Okay, y'all? Oh my God, I'm so tired of the apps. Ain't no quality men out here. Da, da, da. That's exactly what you're going to attract, baby. When I step out the house, I feel like I smell good, I look good. Okay, and my mentality is that there are an abundance of quality people, quality men outside. Okay, and look, hotline blinging. Okay, that is how you have to step outside. So enjoy yourself, have a good time, enjoy the summer, be outside, and enjoy your life. And that is exactly what you will attract. Okay, love you. Bye.
All right, so that's what she said. She's saying, yeah, go ahead and date multiple men and stuff, right? So I want to hear what she's going to say. I want to hear if she's going to be cool with a man dating multiple women. Let's hear it.
In fact, but he wants a monogamous relationship. He wants a monogamous marriage.
That's great. I think that people, I'm very big on that. I think that men should explore their options.
He's sleeping with both women together in the same bed at the same time, just for clarity.
Oh, wait a minute. So this person is non-monogamous
right now in that relationship, but that's not what he wants for his future.
Mm-hmm. I think I would be more.
Why Donni always do that? So I just noticed that. Y'all notice that every single time after when Donni say something right, she had this weird ass smile. Why she do that? It just looks so weird and satanic or whatever. Every single time she make a point, it is weird as hell. I don't know why she do that.
I think I would be more curious about his mindset at that time to see if it's palatable for where I'm going in my life. I think I would be more curious. I don't think that's something that's like, whoa, never again, right?
Curious.
Because, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't want to seem like I'm just like some magical woman, but like, those women will disappear after you meet me. I just genuinely believe that.
Oh.
I don't run into a lot of men that just...
So, in other words, she's saying that it's her. She's her. She's her. Once when you meet me, them women that you sleep with, they're gonna go away because I know I'm number one. God damn. Talking about confidence.
Don't see the value, and I'm not here to trick you out of the other women and like make you be with me or whatever. But it's like, I just feel like they'll see the value up front. So I'm not really quite worried about men dating other people or being in. I'm just like, okay, well, why are you there? Like, what is it about being with two people at one time, and how do you feel about just respect and the sacred unity of marriage? Like, what do you think about that?
Okay.
What do you think about what God says about this? How are you going to peel your life off from that so that
Wait a minute. Hold up now. Hold up. We just viewed this few seconds ago where you're encouraging women to do the same exact thing, to date multiple men, and now you didn't give a terminology behind dating multiple men. You just told them to go out and have fun and date multiple men. Dating multiple men means that they could be sleeping with these men. You never gave that stipulation. But Donni gave that stipulation. She said, hey, this dude, he's going out, he just sleeping with multiple women. How do you feel about that? Now it's like, I don't know about that. But you just told your sisterhood to go out and date multiple men, and you didn't give them that stipulation that they shouldn't be having sex. Am I tripping, or do I need to run this clip again? You know what I'm saying? Am I tripping about this? Hold up, because she did not say that. She didn't put no stipulation. Yeah, she didn't put no stipulation on it whatsoever. She didn't say that, hey, you need to watch out, ladies. You need to watch out. You don't need to be sleeping with these men. She didn't say that. She just say, hey, go out and date them. Look.
Reasons why you are single and miserable. You are doing single all wrong. Number one, you should be dating multiple men. You need to be dating 2 to 3 men baseline, okay? Let me tell you why. POV. You were in a relationship with a guy for 3 years. It didn't work out. It took you 2 years to get over that relationship. When you hit the streets now, baby, you're 5 years in a deficit, okay? You don't even know what you like. You don't even know what's outside. You need to know what you like.
Pick up on the key words. You need to know what you like.
They young, they old, they tall, they short. Try your hand at it, baby. You need to go outside. You need to date to learn what you like. The second reason why you need to date multiple men is because it takes the emotional offload off of one particular person, baby. You out here stuck on Kevin. Kevin is a 4. He's doing a whole bunch of nothing. Boom. But you stuck. Women's biggest downfall is not being able to control their emotions. If you're having a problem controlling your emotions, read Joyce Meyer's Living Beyond Your Feelings is basically how to control your emotions so your emotions don't control you. Additionally, you're dating in a deficit. You're dating in deprivation. And
Deprivation. What is she talking about by deprivation? What's she talking about that they're being deprived of? When she's talking about this, gentlemen, she's talking about with everything, including sex. So why is there a double standard? Why is it okay for a woman to go out and that's pretty much be a thought, be a hoe, and experience, have all these different experiences with men? But when Danny asked her the question, right? She sat up here saying that this dude need to find Jesus. This dude need to find God. Like, goddamn. He need to figure out his life. What the hell? Listen.
I don't feel the residual because, that I would be more so interested in him.
Let me run that back. Listen to this.
Believe that. I don't run into a lot of men that just don't see the value, and I'm not here to trick you out of the other women
Joe,
and
appreciate the one
make you
gift.
be with me or whatever. But it's like, I just feel like they'll see the value up front. So I'm not really quite worried about men dating other people or being in. I'm just like, okay, well, why are you there? Like, what is it about being with two people at one time, and how do you feel about just respect and the sacred unity of marriage? Like, what do you think about that?
Okay.
What do you think about what God says about this?
Bro could just want to be with two people because he just want to get his rocks off. He just having fun. Just like you telling the women over there. You telling the women over there to do this, but when it comes around to the man, oh no, the man can't do that. It's something wrong with him. He need to find God. He needs to want to read the Bible to figure out the whole sanctity of marriage. But meanwhile, you telling your sisters over there to be straight hoes and thoughts. Have fun, girl. Don't be deprived.
How are you going to peel your life off from that so that I don't feel the residual? Because, that I would be more so interested in his mindset.
Everything else checked out. This guy that I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about, Zell? Everything else checked out. 2-parent household, great respect for his elders, entrepreneur, successful, says he submitted to Christ. But then, I question that but you're in like a polygamous situation right now. I don't know. I got to do some deep diving.
This is a great thing. This is great. I'm also waiting until marriage. So
to have sex?
Yes.
Oh shit. Hell no.
That's bullshit.
Heck no. And she's being celibate too? Oh Lord Jesus. Now the dude that she's trying to hook her up with, she's saying that he's in a polygamy relationship. And then Danny stood up here trying to low-key say that, well, he said that he's a servant of Christ, but he's in a polygamous relationship, not understanding that in the Bible they had polygamy. What the hell are you talking about? Polygamy was accepted in the Bible. What are you talking about? Damn. And she wanted to be celibate. God. Man, this is like the gift that keeps on giving tonight, y'all. I ain't lying. This is crazy.
Oh, we needed to know that.
We needed to know that. Flag on the play. Whoever said that I was dope, let me say that. Like,
we needed to know that. Okay, so.
We need to know that. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. This is a real thing. So I don't know if I did a 5-year.
Keep in mind, gentlemen, that I showed you a few moments ago that she's encouraging women to go out and have multiple men. While meanwhile, she's been celibate.
Abstinence
This is y'all dating coach.
journey. Got knocked off, fell off of that, and then came back and did like another 3 years. And so I'm like back into.
How long have you been into it now?
This has been maybe a year or two. Yeah, like a yearish, 2 years. Yeah.
That you are practicing abstinence?
Yeah, I'm too close.
I am too.
I'm so close. Like I literally know Donnie within the next year. I just know that I'm gonna meet my husband. I don't know. I probably could have met him already.
I believe
but
that.
I know that I'm just so close. I'm not.
Bro, this is like a horrible deal. And they trying to put her down with this dude. Man, this dude got to be one big ass beta ass male, man.
Beta.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, gentlemen, because I know the dude that Danny and them are talking about, right? Because she interviewed him, all right. So I'm gonna do this tomorrow, gentlemen. We gonna do a reaction to old boy tomorrow, all right. We'll do a reaction to him since we're enjoying this content tonight, all right. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna react to him and see what his mindset is. But going back to her, that is a crazy deal. She's practicing abstinence / celibacy, right? You got to put up with her boss chick attitude and behavior. You got to deal with her with this whole ideology of what's yours is mine, so what's mine is mine. You have to deal with her love bombing you for all the wrong reasons. And you have to deal with her narcissistic traits as well, too. Man, this is a terrible deal. Wow. Not to mention her visual aesthetics too, where she's wearing she's wearing a track or a wig. I don't know what the hell she got on. But she got that and got all these loads of makeup on, and she's dressing a certain type of way too, showing her titties. But her titties ain't tittying like old girl last night, but it's out there. So you got to deal with all this stuff. You got to deal with all this stuff with her, man.
Just not willing. Like, I don't have to. We know what it feels like. We know what that experience is.
Yeah.
We know what it could lead to. Either way, I'm cool just getting to know you.
It's also just clarity. When you
so
are
much
not
clearer.
intimate with someone, then you have no other choice but to have clarity. You can see their flaws, their personality, their shortcomings so much easier. And it just makes things a little bit more clear. And I just don't want you to be jaded because you ain't blind, baby. You see.
You see the material.
You see the material.
You
You're
see
not
the material.
blind, but
Okay.
also offer so much more intimacy in so many other ways. Like intimacy is not just in the room, in the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So practicing abstinence until marriage.
Until marriage.
Until the night
Damn.
that
Yes.
you say, I do.
Damn.
Yes. And I also
Okay.
don't believe in living in the same place with somebody.
You don't
It's
believe.
a lot of, my girlfriend lives in Dallas. Now we live together. I don't believe in living with men. They should know that too.
Okay.
She's practicing abstinence and she don't want to live with you. So how the way y'all going to consummate y'all vows? She going to have you consummate the vows in a 5-star hotel, bro. Matter of fact, knowing her, she going to have you consummate the vows in Jamaica, bro. She look like a Jamaican woman or the Dominican Republican. She like more so of a Dominican Republican woman. She going to want you to go out to the DR and consummate your vows out there at a 5-star resort. Then when you come back to the States, y'all going to be living in 2 separate homes. And then whenever she's feeling horny, then that's when, you could pull up. Man, that is a lot, man. As my brother Bruce was saying before he left, man, her whole facts is a lot. That's a lot.
You don't believe in living with men in the dating stage.
No.
You are not sleeping together.
Correct.
You want a polished man who has some business about himself. Is he, you said he's generous. But this
Yes.
generous in different ways. You're not living with him. You're not sleeping with him. Do you expect him outside of gifts to like pay bills or anything like that?
I don't think I would expect this person to pay bills. I think that I would expect them to make my life easier, and that can look a lot of different ways. I think that paying bills just seems so transactional in a way. And I do understand that there's like, well, we're not having sex, so well what you think I'm gonna pay a bill for? I wouldn't really be in the room with those kind of men per se. But yeah, I don't think I'm not interested in them paying bills. But I will say is that I am used to a man offering me a lot. Yeah.
Is that what?
So that would be just like a baseline. Like, I'm just interested in him. I lost my
Even Danny was looking at her cause like, bitch, what are you talking about? But now here's another thing. Gentlemen, she's telling you in real time how the way these modern women mind is when it deals with transactional, okay? They view transactional as this. They want you to do all these things for them. In return, the value that they're going to give you is their body. Because they believe that their body is the most valuable thing that they have to offer. Which is crazy, because at the same time, they the ones who want to be educated.
I'm a PhD.
They want to be educated and get all these degrees and get all these student loans and student debts, right? They want to make sure they be a boss chick and all these different other things as well too. But they want you to give all these things to them in a transaction. And all you get in return is their body and a screwed up attitude. Brothers, that's not a good deal at all. That's not a good deal. Because if you accept something like that, I'm just gonna be honest with you, brothers. Can I be real with y'all? If you're thinking about something like that, right? I'm just gonna be real and tell you that it's better for you just to hire just a prostitute, bro. I'm just saying. If it's that serious, just go out on the street and get you a prostitute, bro. Go to the club, go to the Players Club or something, get one of those strippers and pay them an extra $300 something and you smash them. If it's that serious, if we're gonna make it transactional, because that's ultimately what it is. That's ultimately what it is. All it is this modern day professional women being prostitutes. That you're paying for their bodies. Because that's how the way they treat it as such. They don't have no other type of value to give you other than their bodies. That's the reason why she said what she said. She knows she's practicing abstinence, so she knows she can't give the number one resource that she believes she has, which is her body. So that's why she said that, well, I don't believe in him paying bills and stuff. Now, if she was sexually active, then the conversation would be totally different. It'll be totally different. She'll be saying, heck yeah, I want you. He paying all them bills. If I'm giving my body and all the stuff there, then yeah, you got to pay all the bills. And that's how the way they think, bro. So I'm just saying, man, at least where you dealing with strippers and all the stuff there, you don't have to deal with their personality. You don't have to have no conversation with them. You don't have to learn about what their favorite color is and different things like that. You don't have to take them out to no expensive ass dates. All you got to do is pay for the service and be done with it. I'm just saying, if that's what you want to do, if it's that serious, I'm just saying, instead of wasting your time with this. Damn. Yeah, organized prostitutes, that's exactly what it is. I mean, I'm just being realistic about it. That's exactly what it is. Because if it was a gentleman, then they wouldn't do this, bro. They wouldn't use their bodies as the number one resource in the transaction. They'll be offering something way more than their body. They'll be offering their personality. They'll be offering their intellect. They'll be offering their character. They'll be offering them being a helpmeet to you. They'll be offering everything that would be of value. But they don't do that. They don't do that, bro. So, I mean, brothers, y'all got a choice on this for real on the cool, though. Y'all really do.
He sent it. I lost my sunglasses at the festival. He sent it. He found them online. Sent the money.
He found them not at the festival. He found them online, meaning he purchased them.
He purchased them.
Yeah.
I am used to those things. I'm just used to feeling like safe and protected, you know? Like when I walk out the house, I feel like if something go wrong, my man he got that. Like I'm used to feeling that way. Mm-hmm. So I just like someone to be resourceful.
And because I know that this is who you are, genuinely, sometimes I push back and challenge those thoughts. Because sometimes those thoughts come from people who have never experienced it. They've never been that version of themselves. And it's like, how do you know that that's what you need? How do you know that that's what you require? But I know that these are principles that you live by. This is the way that you show up. She walked in, y'all. She had, is that a dozen? She's brought me a dozen beautiful flowers. There have been men back and forth all through this home for the podcast. Have not brought me any flowers. Have not brought a bottle of champagne or a bottle of wine. Or
why would they?
You are a woman of class.
Hold on. So she's class because she giving you gifts on the podcast. Why the hell do a dude have to simp for you on the podcast? Why the hell he have to bring a bottle of champagne and flowers to you on the podcast? The audacity. What the hell? Damn, and I thought all this was over with, but this is crazy. I wish they would. Invite me onto your podcast, Danny. Shoot. Invite me onto your podcast, son. I'll bring you something, all right? You want to get a bag of chips from 7-Eleven or something, I'll make sure I bring the cheapest thing possible. That's to be petty as hell. I go right across, where you at, downtown Atlanta? Man, I go right across the street to, what's close over there, depending on what block you on in Atlanta. There's a Waffle House over there in downtown Atlanta. I forgot what street it is. I will literally go to the Waffle House and bring her a $4 plate of waffle. This will be petty as hell. And sit up here and say, oh yeah, I brought this because you say that men don't bring you no gifts. What's this, the Waffle House? And that bitch would be like 4 strips of bacon. I'll make sure I order the cheapest thing on the menu too at the Waffle House. 4 strips of the bacon and some eggs and maybe a waffle. If I'm feeling good enough, and bring it to her. And say, here you go. Here you go. I brought you a gift.
It looks amazing. You smell delicious. You know what I'm saying? And so because I know that this is sincerely who you are, I pray for you to get every single thing you want. And I cannot wait to celebrate like my man.
It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so amazing. And it's coming.
It is. I know. I'm like,
Bro
I
said
feel
a bottle of water.
very warm. I'm at the church looking.
What church do you go to?
So I actually think I'm going to do a series of what I do.
Hey, bro said a bottle of water like ain't nothing. Hey, man, say, shoot, fuck around and find out. She going to get the cheapest bottle of water that they have. Now, matter of fact, shoot, man, they in the high rise and stuff, right? I'll be so petty, bro. I'll go downstairs to they concierge, because I'm pretty sure that building have a concierge, right? I'll be so down petty. I go down to the concierge and I know they got free bottled water. I go and get some free bottled water at the concierge and say that I got it from somewhere else, bro. That's be that down petty.
1 church a week for 4 weeks, and then I'm gonna do 3 that I know, and then the one that my followers pick for me, whoever votes on the most. So I've done Change, I've done William Murphy's church, and then I really have not heard the best things about 2819, but I just want to like go and experience it and see if it is what it is. And I think I'm gonna let the viewers and the followers vote on the fourth church. So whichever one gets the most comments, and I'm gonna go to that church.
I think you've picked 3 so far outstanding churches. I think people's issue with, I'm a member of Change.
Okay.
I think people's issue with 2819 is the long wait time.
Yes.
And I just kind of agree with that. Like, nothing to take away from the church. I think it's a huge testament to how powerful of an environment it can be. But you got to come back to Change with me at least one time.
Every time I visit Atlanta, I've been at Change.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me tell you why Change was so still like.
And they set up her hype over these mega churches in Atlanta, bro. That's even more crazy. That's even more diabolical.
It's warm to my heart. Once upon a time, my assistant and I went to Change when I was visiting Atlanta. This was just like a few months ago. I was visiting, and we showed up to the wrong location because she had put.
You went to the Gwinnett.
Okay. Yes, and so we get out the car, and there all of the like parking lot men and the bishop. Everybody's outside. They're like, "Ma'am, the service is over in like 5 minutes," and I was like, "What do you mean? I'm actually early." They were like, "Oh, we thought." Do you know that they called my Uber, Donnie? They Ubered me to the right location. They alerted the parking people that I was coming, gave them the license plates of my Uber. When I got there, the people were waiting on me. They had a gift for me, and they had saved me a seat. That is what godly service is about. Because I was so flustered. It was right. I was like, oh my God. They were like, we got you.
And that is a class act from my pastors, Pastor Darius and Shamika Daniels.
And I hope he sees this because, like, you know, a lot of the people that are on the front line, they don't get enough, you know, praise and love and acknowledgement. And literally, they were like, we're going to put you in the Uber. We're going to take you over there. You're going to be I was like 40 minutes. They were like, well, you're going to be just in time for the pastor to be speaking. I'm going to walk you straight to your seat. I've already called them and told them that you were coming. And when I got to the door, they had given me his book and like a couple other things in like a goodie bag. And they were like, Tisia, we've been waiting on you. That is like, and that's what I expect my man to do. Move a mountain. Do it. Make the people move out of my way.
And it wasn't because they were familiar with who you were.
They did not know me from paint on the wall. They didn't know me from paint on the wall.
Yeah.
And they were like,
you were a woman in distress in the rain, about to miss service, wanting to see it, thought you were early.
From out of town. I was visiting. And they were.
And that's the reason why they did it. So tell the story correctly. They did it because she was a woman who was under. I'm gonna tell y'all the real story, all right? Because they think they bullshitting the bullshitter, right? This is the real story. They did all that for her is because they seen her as an influencer. They seen her that she have all these followers. All it took for her to go on her socials to say one thing bad about that church. So they PR team understood the assignment. I'm like, oh man, this is Tisia. I'm pretty sure they knew who she was. Because if it been any old person, I was like, oh well, you done missed out. But they knew who she was. Because I never heard any mega church go and walk a person to their assigned seat unless you are important to them. So they knew who she was. So don't say up her and lie. Don't say up her bullshit us on that. They know who she was. And they didn't want all that clout that she was going to give them if things would have went wrong. So that's why they did all this stuff for her. Then on top of that, she lied because she literally told on herself. She literally said that, hey, Tisia, we was waiting on you. Why the hell the church would know you by your first name if you never been there before? If you just visiting, why the hell they don't know you by your first name? Because they know you. They know your social. And they didn't want that clout. That's why they did it. And they painted into the narrative like, hey, this is a woman who's in distress and she went to the wrong location. So let's go ahead and invest into her. We go ahead and call her Uber. I'm going to give her a free book and we're going to have a free personal interview with the pastor and first lady and all that shit. That's why they did it. Boy, I tell you, these women are something else, bro.
like, oh, we're not gonna let this be in vain.
Take care of her.
Yeah,
And they did just that.
And they did.
And that's what you expect
Yes.
from your man. And on that note, you guys.
Talking about she'll expect that from her man. Man, let me pull up. Now, sure, that making me want to go and visit Atlanta just to go to a change. I want to see if they're going to give me that same service too. I'll be petty enough to literally fly to Atlanta and go to change and just see if they're going to give me that same type of courtesy. Give me an Uber. Give me a book. Let me meet the pastor. Walk me up to my assigned seat. I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, nope. We ain't hearing that.
On that note, if you see something that you like in Tisia, definitely reach out to her. Tisia XVS. Tisia XVS on.
All right, there's her socials and everything like that. If y'all gentlemen, besides my warning that I'm giving to y'all about her and stuff, y'all gentlemen feel like that you could change this woman, you feel like that this is your wife that you see in real time, then by all means slide in her DMs. That's her social right there. You can go ahead and slide in her DMs and good luck to you. All right.
All platforms, you can find her there. Start there. You will find her. She's also a dating coach. So if you are someone who resonates with her way of thinking, you should plug into her community and all the things. And I will see you next week on the next episode of the Exit Interview.
All right, so this one, I believe the video that's popped up right here, I believe that's the one that she was talking about with the gentleman. With the gentleman who said he's in a polygamy relationship. I believe it's either him or this other one. It's one of them. But I'm gonna we'll come back tomorrow night and we'll react to one of them. I'm gonna look at one of these videos and see if it's him. If it's him, then we'll come back tomorrow night and we'll do a reaction on that. All right. So other than that, that's all that we have for this episode tonight. Do me a favor, gentlemen, man. If you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure that not only you sub up to this channel, make sure you have your notifications set when I go live. And also, very important, make sure you hit the thumbs up to support this channel, because by doing that, that lets YouTube know that you want more of this great content that's been put out here, gentlemen. All right. Once again, appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate everyone who's participated in the chat as well too, sharing your perspective on this too. Make sure also that you tune in to my community posts that I post every day, and also my shorts that I put out as well too for you gentlemen. All right. So other than that, appreciate y'all. And y'all have a great and wonderful night, and we'll see you again on the next episode. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts as well too. The gifts that y'all gave me tonight as well too. Appreciate that. And y'all have a great and wonderful night.